Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Shaw Park in downtown Winnipeg. We are back for another edition of Safeway Goldeyes Baseball right here on Shaw TV. Tonight, the Goldeyes wrap up a three-game set with the visiting New Jersey Jackals, and we get things underway with the pregame show brought to you by Safeway Ingredients for Life. And as we welcome you into the beautiful confines of Shaw Park, my name's Al Foster. So good to have you back with us tonight. Turning out to be a rather warm and humid evening here in River City, but we have just enough of a breeze to keep things comfortable. Should be another great night for baseball. Now, this series has both succeeded and failed in terms of living up to its billing. Game one on Monday was a spirited affair with the Goldeyes just coming out on top over the visiting Jackals. The last night was anything but a close contest. The Goldeyes getting a stellar two-hit shutout performance from starter Ethan Hollingsworth. They also got lots of run support, scoring 6 and routing the Jackals 6-0. So that game also dropped New Jersey down in the standings in the Can-Am League. They now sit second, one game behind the Rockland Boulders. The Goldeyes, meanwhile, just keep creating distance between themselves and the rest of the teams in the American Association's North Division. They now have a 9-game lead over St. Paul and a magic number of just 5 to clinch the division. Can the Jackals return to form this evening, or will the Goldeyes continue their torrid pace? I just happen to know a couple of fellows who have answers to those questions and so much more. Time to send things up now to the broadcast booth. Scott Taylor and Ken Weeb.
Thank you very much, Al Foster. I'm Scott Taylor. That's Ken Weeb of the Winnipeg Sun, and I think the key to any series, certainly to any game, is the pitching, and tonight Chris Salamita gets the start. He'll be expected to deliver pretty much the same as Matt Jackson and Ethan Hollingsworth have already delivered this week.
Yeah, no question, Scott. It's been some interesting internal competition with the Goldeyes starters of late. Everyone's sort of pushing each other to be better, and they don't get much better than the performance Ethan Hollingsworth had yesterday. By far one of the best we've ever seen. We've seen Bobby Mattich throw a 2-hitter, Ace Walker throw a 1-hitter, but it was an absolute gem by Hollingsworth, and you can be sure that Salamita wants to follow that up with an impressive one of his own.
The interesting thing about Hollingsworth last night was there was only about 3 balls that were hit hard. The hit that broke up the no-hitter in the 7th inning was an infield scratch hit, and the hit he gave up in the 9th was a flare the opposite way, so it was a tremendous performance all around. And once again, the Goldeyes hit the baseball last night, 15 more hits. I guess if there's one thing you can criticize about this team, and you can't criticize the defense, it's pretty tough to criticize the starting pitching and the bullpen recently. You could criticize the fact that the Goldeyes don't get enough clutch hits with 2 out and runners in scoring position. Because again, they left a runner on base for 14 consecutive innings, at least one, and they get 15 hits. 14, 15 hits a night, put up 6 runs. This is a team that if it breaks out, it does what it did to Sioux Falls on Sunday and scores 14.
Yeah, you know what? I think if you're Rick Forney, you're pretty happy with the way the offense is going. You're getting production 1 through 9. Of course, you want to get more hits with runners in scoring position, but I think he's pretty confident in his offense right now. But again, you can't put it on cruise control. You want to lock down that playoff spot, and you want those hitters to be on top of their game as you get ready for a playoff series. In a short series, you got to have the bats going, or else you're going to get beaten by quality pitching.
Well, if you've been on Goldeyes.com recently, you'll know that this team is loose. They're guys who are absolutely ready to play, but also ready to have a good time. And this team very, very close to clinching a playoff spot. They're 9 games ahead with 12 to play. Let's go down to field level and Kristen Suffield with our national anthems.
Dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Tremendous versions of our national anthems, the Canadian and United States anthems by Kristen Suffield. And it's hockey night at the old ballpark tonight. The Goldeyes wearing special Goldeyes hockey jerseys sponsored by Sonova Credit Unions. And it'll be a great night for baseball. A little muggy, a little overcast, about 28 degrees Celsius as we start this ball game, and it's probably time to go down onto the field. The starting defenses, the boys out in the carpet, brought to you by A&R Carpet Barn. Visit one of our 2 locations at 50 Archibald Street and 655 Pembina Highway. Luis Allen, and we say this every night, as always, starting at catcher. Boy, he logs a lot of time behind the plate. Casey Harthur's at first base. Brock Bond is at second. Tyler Coons at short. Jake Blackwood starting third base. Boy, is he red hot. Donnie Webb's in left. Reggie Abercrombie, speaking of heating up, he's in center. And Ryan Pineda, who had a great night last night, 2 for 2 with a couple of walks on base 4 times, will start in right field. Josh Mazzola will be the designated hitter, and Chris Salamita is your pitcher. The Goldeyes starting defensive alignment brought to you by A&R Carpet Barn. Visit anrcarpetbarn.com. Your Goldeyes starting pitcher is brought to you by Lower Level Sports Cards at 189 Henderson Highway. We're right beside the subway. Visit us at lowerlevelsportscards.ca. Tell us about Chris Salamita.
Veteran left-hander Scott coming on for the 18th start of the season and 89th as a member of the Goldeyes. Fastball, slider, he'll throw the odd change. Coming off his first loss in nearly 2 months, Scott, 6 1/3 inning against Sioux Falls. So you know he's going to be motivated to have another strong game on the bump. There you see his numbers, 6-4, 343. This is the time of year that Chris Salamita enjoys most, and you know he's going to be trying to do his part in securing a sweep here against the Jackals.
The Goldeyes starting pitcher, Chris Salamita, brought to you by Lower Level Sports Cards at 189 Henderson Highway, right beside the subway. Visit us at lowerlevelsportscards.ca. Salamita, 10th in the league in ERA at 3.43. The Jackals starting lineup is brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at pembinachrysler.com. The speedster, Felix Sanchez, leads it off, and then the other speedster, Alonzo Harris, bats second. 62 stolen bases among them this season, 31 apiece. Jeremy Barnes hits third. Joe Dunnigan, the big bopper with 23 home runs, bats fourth. Tony Caldwell hits fifth. John Talley, the former Fargo Moorhead Redhawk, bats sixth. Steve Nicorak, the shortstop, hits seventh. Richard Arias bats eighth. And Dwight Childs, who until the weekend was with the St. Paul Saints, he's the catcher, he bats ninth. The Jackals starting lineup is brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at pembinachrysler.com. Stepping in to lead it off for the New Jersey Jackals is Felix Sanchez. 284, he doesn't have a home run, and he's driven in 20.
And he might be the fastest guy in the ballpark.
He might be the fastest guy in the league. He is quick. So Salamita kicks, delivers, first pitch of the game, misses for ball one. The game's opening pitch is brought to you by Metro Center Limited for trailers, trailer parts, and accessories. Visit us at 620 Nairn Avenue. There's one just low, didn't miss by much. 2 balls and no strikes to Sanchez. Salamita doesn't want to lose Sanchez if he can help it. The switch-hitting right fielder, one of the best base stealers in the league. There's a pitch on the corner. That moving fastball of Salamita's at 86 miles an hour. It tails a little bit, and that one tailed right over the middle of the plate.
Salamita, no stranger to going deep into games. Scott, 4 complete games already this year, including 1 shutout.
There's another one down the middle. 2 strikes, 2-2 to Sanchez.
113 innings pitched, 104 hits allowed, 43 earned runs. He's given up 8 homers, 23 walks to go against 81 strikeouts. Solid numbers for the left-hander.
Kicks, delivers. The curveball is fouled off. Luis Allen couldn't get the glove on it. Count will remain 2-2. Chris Salamita from Watervliet, New York, and as we mentioned a couple of times, he spent last off-season pitching in Australia. Won a league championship over there. 2-2 the count to Sanchez. Here's the pitch, foul back again. Sanchez is battling. Count remains even at 2-2. The Goldeyes are 9 games up on the St. Paul Saints. St. Paul has 14 games remaining. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow night. Pick up one of those games. Goldeyes have 12 left. So St. Paul with 2 games in hand. Salamita kicks and delivers. There's a line drive base hit. Solid single to center field. So Felix Sanchez singles, and you get the sense with Sanchez on first, he can turn that into a double very quickly.
Oh, no question about that. There will be no-hitter watch today, at least not one for very long. After a very good at-bat, Sanchez showing very good patience, working the count deep, got a slider that caught a lot of the plate, and he drills it up the middle for the first hit of the game. Sanchez broke up the no-hit bid last night in the 7th inning.
With his speed.
With his speed.
If you weren't here last night and you missed it, Josh Mazzola dropped the ball on purpose, hoping that he would be given an error. He was not by Steve Eitzen, the official score. So Sanchez with a good lead. Here's the first pitch to Harris. It misses outside, ball 1. The home plate umpire tonight is Sam Birch. Randy Wilms is the first base umpire, and Art Thigpen, the third base umpire. Thigpen, of course, positioned right now at second base because he's pretty much certain that he probably will see a throw from the catcher to the second baseman. Pitch just misses. 2 balls and no strikes to Harris. So for the second straight hitter, Salamita falls behind 2-0.
We've mentioned numerous times, as the case for most pitchers, Salamita obviously at his best when he works ahead. Have a little trouble finding his command early, but that won't rattle him.
He's another one of those pitchers that gets stronger as the game goes along. There's a strike from Salamita, 85-mile-an-hour fastball, right down the middle. We've already mentioned it. It was a tremendous pitching performance last night by Ethan Hollingsworth, and Kenny said it best. One of the best ever in the history of the franchise. A 2-hit shutout. And as Hollingsworth said, it's the first complete game shutout he's had as a pro. He thinks he's had one other complete game. He wasn't even certain of that.
Yeah, no, he wasn't sure, and we haven't been able to lock the stats down on that one either, but obviously just a dynamite performance, and spoke with him about it prior to the game today. Pretty proud to have his mom Tammy in the stands.
Yeah,
for
that was great for him.
Pretty cool moment.
2-1, the count to Harris. There goes the runner. He's picked off. There'll be a play at second base. He is safe. Tyler Kuhn thought he had him. Casey Harther with a good throw. Kuhn had to pull it back across his body. It'll be a stolen base for Felix Sanchez. And we'll have another look at it.
32nd steal for the speedster. Got a pretty good jump again. Looked like a pretty decent throw. Slid to the back of the bag. Looks like Kuhn might have not been able to.
Close.
It looks like he might not have been able to get the tag on the arm. It looked like their arms might have hit, but he didn't get the glove on the arm.
2 balls and 1 strike to Harris. And there's a bunt up the first baseline, foul. That'll make it 2-2. Two and 2 the count to Harris.
Let's have one more look at that, Scott. I want to see. It looked like the throw was close to being on the money, but I don't know that Kuhn got the tag on his arm. It looked like their arms hit, but let's have another look at that one if we can.
That was a close play. Good effort all around. Runner at second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Harris, and he lines it the opposite way, and it's foul. Just foul, maybe by 6 inches. Would have easily scored Sanchez.
As Al Foster mentioned, this is a big game for the Jackals. Obviously, the Goldeyes want to knock that magic number down a little further, but after falling into second place, the Jackals looking to avoid the sweep here and get themselves back on the winning track. Only 2 teams make the playoffs in the Can-Am League, so if you're thinking, well, all they got to do is stay in the top 3 or 4, that's not the case whatsoever. They got to be in the top 2 in order to have a chance to play for the championship.
Sanchez with a good lead at second base. Salamita kicks, delivers, fouled off. Alonzo Harris has some power. He's hit 7 home runs this season. He has 47 runs driven in. A lot of those runs from Felix Sanchez, who has scored 57 already this season.
32 steals on the season for Sanchez, 31 for Harris.
It's quite an
top of the order.
duo at the top of the lineup.
And plus, they've both been able to work the count deep here against Salamita in this first inning.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The fastball on the outside corner. Harris didn't have a sniff for that one. First strikeout of the game, of course, for Chris Salamita. One away, and here comes Jeremy Barnes.
Good battle, but Salamita wins the battle. Goes to the fastball. Good late movement on that 85-mile-an-hour fastball in the outer half. Gets Harris swinging for, as Scott mentioned, first strikeout of the contest.
Jeremy Barnes last night, like most players on this Jackals team, 0 for 3 against Hollingsworth. Pitch to Barnes is inside, ball 1. Jeremy Barnes comes in hitting .250. He has 11 home runs. He hit one of them, his 11th, in game 1 of this series. That made the score 5-4. Goldeyes ended up winning it 6-4. He has 35 runs driven in. Base hit here will score a run. Big lead by Sanchez. Salamita steps off.
Definitely have to pay attention. You know, Sanchez would not be afraid to head for third if he feels he's able to get a good lead and good jump against Salamita.
1 ball and no strikes. Barnes digs in. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Curveball. Throw to third, and he steals third base. So 2 more stolen bases already tonight for Felix Sanchez. He had a huge lead at second base. And the off-speed pitch that missed outside didn't make it any easier for Luis Allen to try to cut him down.
Another real good jump. There's a slider. Good pitch to run on. Pitch was up. High throw from Allen. And just a good slide. Blackwood can't apply the tag in time because the throw is a bit high. But that's stolen on the pitcher.
Pitch is high. 3 balls and no strikes to Barnes. Joe Dunnigan, the left-handed hitting left fielder, is in the on-deck circle.
Barnes went deep on Monday in our broadcast for his 11th homer of the year.
3-0 to Jeremy Barnes. Sanchez at third, 1 away. It's the pitch, and that misses for ball 4. So Barnes walks, puts runners in the corners with 1 away, and brings up Joe Dunnigan.
A little bit of danger stepping into the box here.
Joe Dunnigan is hitting just .245, but he has 23 home runs and 66 driven in. Dunnigan this season has struck out 125 times. First pitch from Salamita, swing and foul tip. He's tonight's cleanup hitter, brought to you by Multi-Material Stewardship of Manitoba. More than half of all household garbage can be recycled. Recycling is easy and convenient. We all win with recycling. For more information, visit simplyrecycle.ca. One strike to Dunnigan, runners on the corners, 1 away. Off-speed pitch by Salamita is fouled out of play.
We've seen some high pop-ups off the bat of Dunnigan in this series. Chris Salamita would love nothing more than a hard ground ball at one of his middle infielders at this point.
Absolutely. Great crowd tonight. They were expecting about 6,500. 0-2 to Dunnigan. Pitch misses outside, 1-2.
Quick little show-me fastball out and away to see if you could get Dunnigan to chase it maybe. I think that's setting him up for the slider away. Change the eye level a bit.
Dunnigan, born in Chicago, lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Dunnigan strikes out for the 126th time this season. And that's 2 away and brings up Tony Caldwell.
Very, very sharp slider right there, Scott. Great downward plane with that one. Have a look at it right here. Knew he sort of set him up for the slider. And here you see the sharp bend. Look at that, just break right away. Outer half. Got him to chase, even if he makes contact with something but a weak grounder. Instead, it's a strikeout for the second out of the inning.
Here's Caldwell. First pitch to him is high, ball one. Caldwell, as Kenny told you on Monday night, from Winter Springs, Florida. Went to Auburn. 24th pick of the Florida Marlins, now the Miami Marlins in 2011. Off-speed pitch inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Guessing he's probably fired up for college football season right around the corner.
I would suspect anybody from Auburn would be fired up. This weekend, next weekend, starts U.S. college football. Pushing it 1 week early. 2 balls and no strikes to Caldwell. Salamita kicks, delivers, and that hit him. Caldwell is hit by the pitch, and that'll load the bases. A slider that got away from Chris Salamita, and that'll load him up for John Talley, tough hitter.
And on hockey night, it looked like a bit of a blocked shot from a defenseman. That was very Mark Stewart-esque right there as he went to put the leg down. He was not trying to get out of the way. He was trying to block the shot right there. Slider in on the foot. Here, watch it. Oh, just sort of leaned in for the block. That's off the shin. Shin bone.
Bases are loaded. Sanchez at third. Barnes at second. Caldwell at first. And here's John Talley. Talley hitting .256. He has 11 home runs and 44 driven in. And there's one hit hard to left field. Back goes Donnie Webb right there and makes the catch. First pitch. Salamita gets the left-handed hitting Talley to fly out to Donnie Webb, and that'll do it. No damage, no runs on a hit, no errors, 3 left. A walk and a hit batsman. However, it's still 0-0. New Jersey 0, Winnipeg coming to bat. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball, live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Welcome back to Shaw Park. Nice crowd tonight. Perfect night for baseball. Fireworks after the game. Doesn't get any better than that. Come on down to the park, watch the fireworks. They'll start about 10 o'clock. The Jackals starting defensive alignment. The boys out in the carpet. Brought to you by A&R Carpet Barn. Visit one of our 2 locations at 50 Archibald Street and 655 Pembina Highway. Dwight Childs behind the plate. John Talley, the final out of that inning at first base. Richard Arias, the second baseman. Steve Nicorak at short. And Jeremy Barnes plays third base. Joe Dunnigan is in left field. Alonzo Harris is in center. And Felix Sanchez is in right field. The pitcher is Keith Bilodeau. The Jackals starting defensive alignment brought to you by A&R Carpet Barn. Visit ANRCarpetBarn.com. Your Jackals starting pitcher brought to you by Lower Level Sports Cards at 189 Henderson Highway. It's right beside the subway. Visit us at lowerlevelsportscards.ca. Tell us about the starting pitcher, Keith Bilodeau.
Bilodeau, a right-hander, was a 24th round pick of the San Francisco Giants back in 2011. Scott, he'll feature a fastball slider change. Mid to high 90s, not overpowering. Slider is definitely his out pitch, making his 17th start of the year, 5-5 record, 4.33 earned run average.
Keith Bilodeau, the Jackals starting pitcher, brought to you by Lower Level Sports Cards at 189 Henderson Highway, right beside the subway. Visit us at lowerlevelsportscards.ca. Your Goldeyes starting lineup is brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. Visit us at pembinachrysler.com. Brock Bond, boy, has he been hot. Brock Bond now hitting .344, leads it off. Jake Blackwood, another guy who's hot. He's hitting .308 now. Boy, he was struggling earlier in the year, but he's getting it going. Blackwood hits second. Tyler Kuhn bats third. Casey Harther, the leading hitter in the league at .379. He had 3 hits last night. He bats fourth. Then Reggie Abercrombie, Donnie Webb, Josh Mazzola, Luis Allen, and Ryan Pineda. That's the Goldeyes starting lineup brought to you by Pembina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, proud supporter of your Winnipeg Goldeyes. The first pitch is in there for strike 1.
Bilodeau coming off a no decision, went only 4 2/3 innings while giving up 5 earned runs on 7 hits while walking 6 against the St. Paul Saints in his last start.
1-1 to Brock Bond. Bond over the last 10 games is hitting .342. 13 hits and 38 at bats. Bilodeau delivers. Bond fouls it up. got somebody's car. That one hurt. Uh-oh, better get Mako. Mako, collision repair and auto painting. Canada's Body Shop at 983 Wall Street right here in Winnipeg. There's a line shot off the bat, a Bond foul. Right into the bullpen of the New Jersey Jackals. Bond hit it hard, foul, 1-2.
Bilodeau, 6'4", 210 pounds, 95 and 2/3 innings this year. Scott, 44 strikeouts, but 42 walks. That's far too many. Giving up 93 hits.
Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. The young man from St. Louis, Missouri. All the talk in that Goldeyes clubhouse, fantasy football.
It is that time of the year.
It's that time of the year. There's one right back up the middle for a base hit. Solid single to center for Brock Bond to lead it off. And we talked about this on Monday. Whatever it takes, Bond gets on base.
Yeah, no question. Sanchez and Harris both working the count.
It's our first hit of the game, sponsored by the University of Winnipeg. It's the University of Winnipeg Tear the Cover Off the Ball trophy, and the Goldeyes first hit brought to you by UW. This year, the Goldeyes leading hitter will win the Tear the Cover Off the Ball trophy, presented by the University of Winnipeg on Fan Appreciation Day on September 1st. The current leader is Casey Harther. He's hitting .379. So here's Blackwood with a runner at first and nobody out. Pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes to Jake Blackwood.
Yeah, tough to imagine a hotter hitter in the American Association than Jake Blackwood.
Over the last 10 games, he's hitting .478, 22 for 46. There's 11 runs and 4 RBIs. There's a fly ball the other way. Easy play for Sanchez in right field. He makes the catch, and that's the first out for the Goldeyes.
Blackwood's hot streak helped him get over the 300 mark for the first time this season on that last road trip.
So here's Tyler Kuhn. Tyler's hitting .357. He has 4 homers and 44 driven in. Last night, 2 for 5 with an RBI. 2 for 8 in the series. Bilodeau making sure that Brock Bond isn't thinking about stealing a base. Bond this season has 4 steals. He's been caught 3 times. Pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Tyler Kuhn.
But he does have pretty good speed, and he's a pretty smart base runner as well, even though those totals aren't that high this year.
I don't know if he's a base stealer so much as a great base runner. He gets good jumps. He has a great feel for the ball, whether it's going to be a line drive base hit or a line drive caught. But Bilodeau's certainly concerned about it. Bond with a solid lead. It's the pitch by Bilodeau. Off-speed pitches on the corner for a strike. And quickly, Tyler Kuhn falls behind 0-2. That pitch buckled Tyler Kuhn's knees. You could see it. He was not expecting an off-speed pitch on 0-1.
Yeah, from the scouting report we got, Bilodeau has very good stuff. He just sort of has got himself into some jams by issuing too many free passes.
Pitch misses outside, just misses. 1-2 to Tyler Kuhn. From Louisville, Kentucky. Just across the river, the Cincinnati Bengals play. He wears orange a lot. Bond obviously has Bilodeau concerned. 1 away. Time is called. Kuhn in this ballpark is hitting .373 this year. 59 hits and 158 at bats. Pitch is way outside, 2-2.
He's got to be getting strong consideration for the postseason All-Star team.
I would think.
Wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Numbers have been fantastic.
I think Harther, he, and Brent Cleveland are probably the leaders for MVP. Pitch way inside, and Coons worked the count to 3-2. I mean, Coons, a shortstop, who this season made only 10 errors at shortstop in an entire year.
.417 on base percentage going into the game as well.
There goes the runner, and there's a fly ball. The center fielder, Harris, goes over and gets it. Bond retreats to first. 2 away, and that'll bring up Casey Harther.
Hit and run was on. Pitch over the plate. Kuhn got a good piece of it, but hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Hauled in easily by Alonzo Harris for the second out of the inning. Bond retreats to first.
Here's Casey Harther, tonight's cleanup hitter. First pitch to Harther is in there for strike 1. Brought to you by Multi-Material Stewardship of Manitoba. More than half of all household garbage can be recycled. Recycling is easy and convenient. We all win with recycling. For more information, visit simplyrecycle.ca. No balls and a strike to Casey Harther, hitting .379.
What do you think of the high purple socks?
The pitcher last night wore high purple socks. I thought that was really interesting. The pitchers on this team, it must be a pitcher thing.
I'm a big fan of the high socks, as you know.
But why purple? Because everybody else has red that wears the high socks in left field and right field.
No, but the undershirt for Tally is purple also. Looks like at first, the one sleeve.
Oh, true. But what I'm saying is that the socks.
Yeah, no, I know. It does seem.
Everybody else, but
it seems
the pitcher,
a bit peculiar.
It does. It's on. We were talking about it here in the press box last night. It was just why the pitcher has
I don't
purple
remember
socks.
purple being part of their color scheme, but it must not be an accident.
I don't think it is, and maybe it's a pitcher thing for this team.
And if it's 2 nights in a row,
it might be.
It was not an accident.
No,
it was intentional.
Two and two, the count to Harther. There goes the runner in the dirt. Childs throw to second base, and in there with a stolen base is Brock Bond. So the count goes to 3-2, and Bond is now in scoring position for Harther. 5th steal of the year for Brock Bond.
Good read. Bond anticipating a off-speed pitch. Big high looping curveball. Double clutch by Childs. Throw is low. Bond gets in there easily for his 5th steal of the season.
So a runner at second with 2 away. Bilodeau steps off. Counts full to Harther. There's the pitch. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Nicorak handles it, fires to first. Harther's done, and that's it for the Goldeyes. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. We've played a complete inning on an overcast but warm night in downtown Winnipeg. It's New Jersey nothing, Winnipeg nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Join the movement to kick cancer. 5 simple things can reduce your risk of cancer up to 50%. Choose a balanced diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables. Get active to maintain a healthy body weight. Avoid tobacco and secondhand smoke. Protect yourself from UV rays. Follow cancer screening guidelines. See your doctor for regular checkups. Take the pledge to reduce your risk of cancer. Join the movement at kickcancer.ca.
An initiative of Cancer Care Manitoba Foundation, supported by Safeway.
Welcome back to Shaw Park. Scott Taylor, Ken Mead, Al the Voice Foster. Bringing you the Goldeyes and the New Jersey Jackals, the final game of this 3-game series. The Goldeyes have taken the first 2 games, 6-4 and 6-0.
Liz on a bit of a hot streak here. 8 of 9 victories to really pull away here in the North Division standings.
Won 4 in a row, and they lead it by 9. So it'll be Steve Nicorak, Richard Arias, and Dwight Childs the 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters in the New Jersey lineup. Nicorak last night, again typical of the majority of hitters in this lineup for New Jersey. He was 0 for 3. 1 for 4 in the series opener on Monday, so he's 1 for 7 in the first 2 games of the series. Goldie, I think, is 1 for 7.
Late in the broadcast, the St. Paul Saints rallied on Monday night. We thought they were on their way to a 10th consecutive victory, but quickly put up an 6th spot in the top of the 8th inning.
Won at 9-6, and then lost last night 4-2. 1 ball and no strikes to Nicorak, 1-1. Boy, St. Paul picked the wrong time to go into a slump, though, didn't they?
No question about that. Still
lost 9 in a row, won, and then lost again, so they've lost 10 of 11. There's a pitch fouled off. Might get into somebody's hot dog. Nope, couldn't hold it.
Most teams go through a tough stretch, but again, as you mentioned, you don't want them to happen in August. The wheels have sort of fallen off a little bit, but we'll see what George Samus's crew can do down the stretch here.
Goldeyes weren't particularly good in July, but they have been very good in August. There's a curveball hit to Tyler Kuhn, short. Fires to first, 1 away. Here in the 2nd inning, and it brings up Richard Arias. Arias 0 for 2 in last night's game. He drew a walk early in the game, but was erased on a double play.
Kuhn, we talked about how good he's been at short this year. Plays this one perfectly. Routine grounder, charges it, fields it on a nice hop, and gets the ball across the diamond to Harther for the first out of the inning.
So the first pitch to Richard Arias is right down the middle for a strike, 85-mile-an-hour fastball from Chris Salamita. You mentioned, Kenny, that Salamita likes to play center field when he plays town ball back in New York.
Yeah, he loves to hit, and he loves playing the outfield.
There's a fly ball right at Reggie Abercrombie. Makes the catch.
But Salamita also loves to pitch, and he's been doing it well for a long time.
He's very, very good.
The Winnipeg Goldeyes organization, as I told you earlier, 89th start with the Goldeyes. Slider down in the zone. Arias pops it up, and at Reggie Abercrombie, positioned perfectly. Falls it in for the 2nd out. Reggie Abercrombie had a little fun before the game today.
He always has fun. There isn't any time when he doesn't have fun. There's a ground ball in the hole, and it goes past Jake Blackwood. It'll be a base hit for Dwight Childs. Yeah, Reggie put on a fat suit and his hockey referee's jersey and got a bullhorn and decided he was going to be a hockey referee on hockey night. They didn't have a number 1 for him in these hockey jerseys, so he's wearing 33 tonight.
That's a good number.
Goalie number. Good goalie number for Reggie. I've been told by Rebecca in the truck that they're going to show quote-unquote antics.
I did ask Reggie, though. I haven't seen any referees with the largesse that he was rocking.
No, he had largesse. There's no question about that. First pitch to Sanchez is a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
He was quite proud of the pillow-assisted weight he was rocking.
He's a funny guy. Pitch by Salamita, misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Felix Sanchez. Sanchez singled in the 1st inning and stole 2nd, stole 3rd. Was stranded there when Salamita got John Talley to fly out to left. Runner at first, 2-way. Top of the 2nd inning. Salamita delivers, and there's a ground ball foul. Jake Blackwood tosses it into the crowd. Count goes to 1-2. This Felix Sanchez is the kind of ball player you like at the top of the order. He can get on base, as evidenced by a .285 batting average. And when he gets there, he can steal bases.
33 bags on the season. I'm not sure I've seen a faster
Domingo,
player.
Dominican Republic, but he has chosen Las Vegas as his hometown.
I don't know if I've seen a faster player come through Shaw Park.
Probably not.
Maybe ever.
There's a fly ball. It'll be foul. Can Pineda get over? Won't matter. Should get up onto the berm. It does.
And the Goldeyes had a fast base runner in Phelan Lentini. Swiped a lot of bags over the years. He was taller, and he had a little bit of a longer stride.
And he was a tremendous base stealer. He knew the jump. He knew most pitchers' motions. He was just really good at reading pitchers and stealing bases and getting the big jump on the pitcher. This guy's just got blazing speed. He just fly.
Reminds me of Vince Coleman.
A little bit,
his,
yeah. 1-2 the count to Sanchez. Time's called. A little like Jose Reyes in his mid-20s.
Indeed.
He doesn't run like he used to. When he was with the Mets, he could run. 1-2 to Sanchez. Salamita's pitch, and it's a little looper. Brock Bond's going to make the catch. That's a tough play for Brock Bond, but he got over quickly. And Bond does play a straightaway in the middle second base. And a soft fly ball into Bond's glove. No runners, a hit. No errors. One left. We played 1.5. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. It's New Jersey nothing, Winnipeg nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Hockey Night in Canada.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Join the movement to kick cancer. 5 simple things can reduce your risk of cancer up to 50%. Choose a balanced diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables. Get active to maintain a healthy body weight. Avoid tobacco and secondhand smoke. Protect yourself from UV rays. Follow cancer screening guidelines. See your doctor for regular checkups. Take the pledge to reduce your risk of cancer. Join the movement at kickcancer.ca.
An initiative of Cancer Care Manitoba Foundation, supported by Safeway.
1 in 4 deaths on Manitoba roads involves a distracted driver. Texting and driving is illegal and could cost you a $200 fine, 2 demerits, or your life. Please don't text and drive. That's a message from Manitoba Public Insurance and your Winnipeg Goldeyes.
Interesting antics from Reggie Abercrombie and company.
Well, it's
before
hockey
the contest.
night. And you know Mazzola and Lafferty are going to get into a fight on hockey night.
It was a good tilt.
Lafferty being the Vancouver Canucks fan to the death. And by the way, has told me he's convinced they're a playoff quality team this year.
We'll see.
He said the rebuilding will make them a playoff quality team. That's from Brendan Lafferty of Southern California.
Well, the Canucks were a playoff team for a long time before last year when the sort of bottom kind of fell out. They've been the kings of the Northwest Division for quite some time.
We've talked about this before, but nobody on this team loves hockey more than Brendan Lafferty, unless it's Josh Drews. So here's Reggie Abercrombie to lead it off in the second inning. First pitch is an off-speed pitch, a change at 68 for strike 1. Reggie Abercrombie hitting .290 now, 16 homers, 63 driven in. There's a pitch low, 1-1 to Reggie.
It's been an impressive 2-month stretch for Abercrombie, raising his average nearly 60 points. He was down in the 230s for quite some time. Really started heating up.
Pitches inside again, 2 balls and 1 strike to Reggie. As Kenny pointed out, Reggie's hitting .333 in his last 10, .348 in his last 5. Pitch is way outside. So 3-1 to Reggie Abercrombie. Last night, Abercrombie had quite a good ball game. He was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 1 driven in.
So he's got himself a new shipment of bats, looks like.
And there's a flare to second base. It will be handled easily by Arias. And Abercrombie is the first out of this second inning. That'll bring up Donnie Webb, the left fielder, hitting .297 with 10 homers and 48 driven in.
Real good season for the switch hitting outfielder.
Webb last night was 1 for 4. He's 2 for 9 in the series with a run scored.
31 steals on the year, only been caught 6 times. And real good defense in the outfield, both at the left and right in the corners. Only 1 error on the campaign.
His defense, I was going to say, has been almost flawless.
.366 on base percentage as well, solid numbers.
Of course, if you talk to the pitchers on this team, it's the first thing they say, is the defense behind them. Because there aren't a lot of strikeout pitchers on this team. They're pitch to contact guys, and the defense makes the plays. There's a solid center to center. Nearly took off the head of Keith Bilodeau.
I was going to say there was almost some contact of the flesh variety right there with that line shot up the middle.
Second hit of the game for the Goldeyes. Both teams with 2 hits. And here comes Josh Mazzola, tonight's designated hitter. Mazzola hitting .263. He has 12 homers. He's driven in 56.
Average down a bit, but Mazzola has found a way to continue to be productive.
First pitch in there for a strike. He's always thinking baseball. He doesn't lose his concentration, whether it's defense or offense. And it just showed last night when he tried to get an error to save a no-hitter. It was an infield hit. Throw to first base, he just dropped it. It was a perfect throw. It was belt high, right in his glove. And he dropped it. The unfortunate part was...
That's what you call being aware.
...is that Sanchez had already beaten it out.
Well, Hollingsworth told me today, as soon as the ball got past his glove, he knew the no-no was gone.
It was a high fly ball. Just behind second base. Nicorak makes the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. And we'll bring up Luis Allen. It's been family summer for Luis. His wife and young son are with him all summer long. He's enjoying himself. And when we talk about all these guys love to play, there's no question about that. But this guy plays almost 200 games a year between this and winter ball. And he plays catcher in all of them.
Yeah, loves the game. And he's pretty darn good at it. That's why he likes playing year-round.
He's pretty darn good at it. Bilodeau's pitch is low and inside, 1-1. He's got such an easygoing demeanor. Never gets too high, never gets low. Just, it's baseball. You play every day. Here's Bilodeau's pitch, and that's thrown away. It's in the dirt all the way back to the screen, and on to second base goes Donnie Webb. It'll be a wild pitch to Keith Bilodeau. And puts a runner in scoring position for Luis.
Slider in the dirt. Giles doesn't get over to block it, tries to sort of lay it on the backhand, gets by him and back to the dugout, or backstop, pardon me. Webb advances 90 feet to second base.
Two balls and one strike to Luis. Pitch, off-speed pitch is in there. Allen thought it was a tad high, let it go. Home plate umpire Sam Birch said strike 2. It's 2-2 now to Luis. Donnie Webb with a good lead at second base. He'll be off with the crack of the bat. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Handled by Nicorak. He fires to first, and that'll do it. Another good inning for Keith Bilodeau. No runs on a hit, no errors, one left. We played 2 complete. The wind's starting to blow a little bit over the left field wall. It's still muggy and hot. It's New Jersey nothing, Winnipeg nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes baseball in front of a big crowd here at Shaw Park on Shaw TV.
Hit it, boys. Do you guys think that Kermit's been acting a little weird lately?
That's ridiculous. He's never been more caring or devoted to me.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Ricky Gervais, Ty Burrell, and Tina Fey.
This is my car. It is illegal now for its massive size.
Plus, so many Hollywood stars, it'll leave you wanting more.
Yeah, no more.
Over the years, my role has evolved into more than covering fashion shows and interviewing rock stars. I've been fortunate to meet, support, and promote so many talented people in our community. Not only those who excel as dancers, musicians, and painters, but those people who share their talents to benefit us all. It's refreshing, reaffirming, often humbling, all in one. And it is why I love what I do.
Welcome back. Scott Taylor, Ken Weeb, Al Foster, the voice of Shaw TV.
Life is good when you love what you do, Scott.
Life is tremendous right now. 2 innings in the book. We go to the top of the third. It'll be Alonzo Harris, Jeremy Barnes, and Joe Dunnigan for the New Jersey Jackals. Chris Salamita works in his 3rd inning. It's hockey night at the ballpark. The Goldeyes in their special Sonova Credit Union hockey jerseys. I like them.
You like the jerseys, don't you?
Goldette didn't get a hockey jersey. Just the Goldette jersey.
A little bit of piping at the bottom there. You see Gabe?
Yeah, it's dancing. Gabe has his number 91 Jets jersey on. See that one all winter. And here comes Alonzo Harris to face Salamita to start this 3rd inning. Nothing. No runs on 2 hits and no errors for New Jersey. No runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Goldeyes. This is more like the game we saw on Monday night. A 6-4 ball game where the lead bounced back and forth. Goldeyes had a 2-0 advantage. Then New Jersey took a 3-2 lead. There's a bunt back to the mound. Salamita handles it, fires to first.
Pretty close play.
Boy, he pulls that foot off in a hurry, doesn't he? He's not going to get stepped on.
Harris made that a lot closer than you would expect with a poor bunt back to the pitcher. And it's not like Salamita lollygag getting it over first. That's just how fast he is. Boy, oh boy.
We've talked about this before about Salamita. He's as good a fielding pitcher as the Goldeyes have ever had.
Sure.
Chase Walker was pretty good at it. Rick Forney was a good fielding pitcher. But Salamita does it as well as anybody. And you're right, he got that throw over there in a hurry. And Harris is a burner and almost beat it out. So 1 away, and here's Jeremy Barnes. First pitch to Barnes is right down the middle for strike 1. Goldeyes on the season are 55-33, 22 games over 500. Off-speed pitch line to left field for a base hit. Solid single to left for Jeremy Barnes. Puts a runner at first with 1 out. Here's Joe Dunnigan. Before the game, Al Foster had an opportunity to talk to big Joe Dunnigan.
Joe, this time of year, every game's important. How important is it for you guys to bounce back tonight?
It's really important. I think that we're on a good roll going on this road trip, and it's been a long road trip, but you know, a lot of travel and you know, a lot of playing a couple new teams that we haven't seen before. But you know, it's been a good road trip. We played pretty well. Just the first couple games kind of struggled a little bit, hitting wise and pitching wise. You know, everything's kind of, you know, what had been coming together just kind of for the first couple days here kind of been struggling a little bit, but you know, we're in the middle of a playoff race, so you know, we got to figure out how to, you know, figure it out and get things done.
And obviously, in the Can-Am League, it's going to come right down to the wire, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when we get back, everyone's playing each other, so it's going to come down to basically 3 teams trying to fight for 2 playoff spots. So, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. It's been fun all year playing those guys, and you know, like I said, we just got to grind it out and finish strong.
Appreciate this. Thank you.
No problem.
That was Al Foster with Joe Dunnigan before the game tonight. Count right now is 2 balls and 1 strike on Dunnigan.
Dunnigan, the one-time Montreal Expos draft pick, 41st round in 2004, then picked in the 5th round by the Seattle Mariners in 2007 after a career with the University of Oklahoma.
Salameda's pitch is fouled off. Right off the hockey mask of Luis Allen.
Dunnigan was a big prospect for the Mariners, played Arizona Fall League and in the Cape Cod League as well. Reached all the way up to AAA Tacoma last year, 25 games, had 100 plate appearances in the Pacific Coast League.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Joe Dunnigan. Barnes at first, 1 away. Salameda checks the runner. Here's the pitch. High. Count goes full, 3-2 to Joe Dunnigan.
Dunnigan put up 20. He's got 23 homers this year, leading the Can-Am League.
He's hitting only 200 in his last 5 games. 3-2 the count. Swing and a miss. He struck him out again. 3rd strikeout of the night for Chris Salameda. Dunnigan goes down on strikes for the 2nd time. 127 times this year he's been struck out.
Yeah, strikeouts have been Dunnigan's undoing. Back in 2012, 175 strikeouts for Jackson in the Southern League. Also has seasons of 140, wow. 142, 129, 123. So,
wow, that's a lot of.
But he's also hit for a lot of power. 30 home run and a 25 home run season in the Mariners organization as well.
First pitch to Tony Caldwell in there for a strike. Caldwell was hit by a pitch right below the knee. Ow.
It looked like it hurt a bit.
Yeah. 1 strike to Caldwell. Foul back up onto the roof here at Shaw Park. 0-2. Nick Hernandez, who was hit by that line drive in Sioux Falls, taped up today. He's not going to miss a start, but said it was still uncomfortable. Drilled by a line drive off the left thigh. No balls and 2 strikes to Caldwell. Here's the pitch. It's foul back again. So the count remains at 0-2. Tony Caldwell, 5'10", 195. Played with the Marlins Gulf Coast League team last year and rips a base hit into left field. So Caldwell with the single, 2 hits in this inning, puts runners at first and second with 2 away and brings up John Talley.
6 hits in the contest. Neither club has been able to get a big base knock with a runner on. In scoring position anyway. Good piece of hitting. Dumps it into left field. Donnie Webb fields it cleanly. Jackals get themselves a runner in scoring position here with 2 down.
So Caldwell is at first base. Barnes is at second. 2 down. Here's John Talley, former Fargo Moorhead Redhawk. Salameda kicks and delivers, misses high and outside, ball 1. John Talley was traded from Fargo to New Jersey for a player to be named later. Was born in Carlsbad, California, lives in Oceanside. Picked by the Toronto Blue Jays in the 13th round in 2007. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to Talley. Spent time with Toronto in 2012. Didn't get to the majors. The September call-up didn't play much. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tally. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2 to the big Californian.
A couple of mighty hacks at the plate. There you see that purple arm sleeve I mentioned earlier.
But it goes back to the socks. We have reds and purples.
Yep, Joe Calfa-Pietra also has the purple himself in the coach's box.
So managers and pitchers get purple and everybody else gets
Outfielders were not on board with the purple.
No, with the purple. 1 and 2 to Tally. Pitch by Salamita hit him. Salamita fired the curveball and it didn't curve. Hit Tally on the side. Second batter that Salamita has hit.
It hit him right around the elbow,
for the second time in the ballgame.
Yeah, just caught him on the back of the elbow.
So with the count 1 and 2, Salamita hits Tally, and now we get another right-handed hitter in Steve Mikorak. Bases loaded, 2 away. First pitch to Mikorak is in there for a strike. Barnes at third, Caldwell at second, Tally at first. Second time in 3 innings the bases have been loaded. Allen sets up outside. Here's the pitch. Foul back. And again, Salamita gets ahead 0-2.
He's a veteran. He doesn't get rattled or flustered by these situations. Quickly works ahead. See if he can put the hitter away.
This is the third and final game of this 3-game series between the Goldeyes and New Jersey Jackals. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Goldeyes open a 4-game set with the Sioux Falls Canaries. Time is called by Mikorak. He feels Salamita taking too much time. Goldeyes with, counting this game, 12 remaining on the season. Salamita delivers, misses outside, 1-2. So Salamita, by hitting Tally, loads him up. But he had Tally at 1-2 and looked like he was pretty much in command. Now a tougher hitter, a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball right at Brockbond. Handles it cleanly, fires to first. And that does it for New Jersey in the 3rd inning. For the second time in the ballgame, they load the bases and get nothing. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left. They've left 7 batters on base through the first 3 innings of the ballgame. Salamita's been battling. It's still 0-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Ready for summer? If you have a cottage or cabin, Shaw Direct has your family's entertainment covered. Get Shaw Direct Satellite TV for your home away from home and receive your first month free. 2 free movies plus a free HD PVR rental for 2 years. Got a cottage or cabin? Get Shaw Direct Satellite TV today.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Chiropractors in Manitoba are passionate about the services they provide. Over the years, they develop health and wellness programs for the public that provide preventative approaches to avoiding pain and improving daily performance. One of those programs, Straighten Up Manitoba, which we do right here in the ballpark, will help improve posture, stabilize core muscle groups, enhance health, and prevent problems with your spine. Complete the exercises when you have 3 free minutes anytime. during your day. That's a message from the Manitoba Chiropractors Association. Do you have popcorn? Nothing more fun than popcorn. It's a great night for baseball.
A lot of people on the social media today. The ballpark.
There's a lot of people on the social media all the time.
Indeed.
I'm starting to think that if you're not on the social media, nobody knows you're around. And there are so many options on the social media.
Indeed.
There's the Twitter and the Facebook and the Instagram and the Pinterest and the Reddit, and it's everywhere. Anyway, Ryan Pineda will lead it off here in the third inning for the Goldeyes. First pitch is low and in the dirt. Pineda had a tremendous ball game last night. If Ethan Hollingsworth hadn't been as good as he was, he might have been player of the game. He was 2 for 2 with 2 walks, 2 runs scored, run driven in. His parents have been here, and he has had a great homestand. In the opener of the series on Monday night, he was 1 for 3, but that one was a home run. There's Mom and Dad in the ballpark tonight, enjoying the play of their son, Ryan Pineda. Here's the first pitch in the dirt again. 1-1 to Ryan Pineda.
Awesome to be able to share that with family members. You mentioned Hollingsworth mother is in town, too, to watch that.
Reggie Abercrombie's
jam.
mom's been here this year. Lots of wives in town this year. It's been quite a family season for the Goldeyes. 2-1 to Pineda.
Well, baseball is such a family sport.
I would say. Certainly at this ballpark it is. My friend Kevin Kaiser here with all of his kids. Pitch is low and inside. Ball 4. Ryan Pineda, the leadoff man, draws a walk here in the third inning. Before the ball game, Al Foster had a chance to talk to the man walking into the batter's box right now, Brock Bond. Here's that interview.
You know, before the game, I'm supposed to think about who I want to interview from the team. And I got thinking to myself, I haven't interviewed Brock yet. And I think there's a reason for that. You've just kind of quietly gone about your business since you've got here and playing well.
Yeah, well, I'm not the home run hitter or the big starting pitcher, so I just kind of quietly get on base and do my job, and that's about it.
And just talk about arriving, mid-season as it were when you did, and you just kind of fell into your groove and were comfortable right away, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I mean, this team was very welcoming when I got here from the Orioles. They were super cool, and it's so loose. And then Rick, the manager, is awesome, and Tom, the hitting coach, has been great. So, yeah, they've made me feel very comfortable since day one.
Just talk about going into the playoffs now. You guys are pretty comfortable spot right now. Keep the positive momentum going?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we got a good thing going right now, and obviously we want to take it into the playoffs. And we've had a great season so far, and I think this is a good team. If we want to go pretty far, this is the team to do it.
I should have interviewed you sooner. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
There's a fly ball into the gap. It's deep, but Alonzo Harris with great speed goes up right against the Chicken Delight sign and makes the catch. Great interview, Al Foster and Brock Bond before the game. Bond gave it a ride. But Alonzo Harris in center field, a lot like Reggie Abercrombie, covers a lot of ground.
No question.
Got over quickly and made that catch.
I mentioned he reminds me of Vince Coleman on the bases. He reminds me of Willie McGee in center field, tracking a lot of ground.
My standpoint is a guy who watches a lot of Tiger baseball, although he's not there anymore. Austin Jackson.
True. Very true.
So here's Blackwood, who flied out to right his first trip. First pitch to Jake, swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. That wasn't fast enough to draw a number on the radar gun here at the park. 33 goes up. It was a little faster than 33.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was accurate. Definitely a very good change of pace.
Yes, it was.
14-game hitting streak for Jake Blackwood coming into this contest.
There's a ground ball in the hole. Nicorak makes the play. He goes to first base, and they get him. That was close. There was no doubt in the mind of first base umpire Randy Wilms. Pineda gets into second base. But what a play by Nicorak to throw out Jake Blackwood.
Just an absolute gun across the diamond. I thought when I saw it in the hole that he was going to beat it out, but not so.
So here comes Tyler Kuhn with the runner in scoring position. 2 away. Off-speed pitch to Kuhn is in there for strike 1.
What a throw.
That was a great throw. It was a tremendous play all around.
From deep in the hole.
Nicorak got down on his backhand, got back up, and ripped it to first base to just get Blackwood. Another off-speed pitch way outside from Bilodeau. 1-1 to Tyler Kuhn. Kuhn in the ball game 0 for 1. He flied out to center field, hit it hard. But as we've said before, Alonzo Harris covers a lot of ground. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tyler Kuhn. Bilodeau's pitch just misses. Bilodeau thought he had it. 2 balls and 1 strike to Kuhn.
27-year-old reached base now in, 79 of 88 games coming into this one. It's pretty impressive.
That really is impressive. There's a ground ball, base hit. Pineda's going to round third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It'll be not in time. On to second base goes Kuhn. He's thrown out, but the run will count. Pineda gives the Goldeyes a 1-0 lead. Kuhn is thrown out trying to stretch it, but he'll get a single and a run batted in, and the Goldeyes have taken a 1-0 advantage. Let's have another look at it.
Well, you can make it 80 games where you reach base. Clutch RBI, 2-out single from Kuhn. Throw from right field from Sanchez, a little bit off track. Childs steps up nicely, and despite a nice slide by Kuhn, real good tag to record the 3rd out of the inning from Steve Nicorak. Great hustle by Pineda. No doubt he's going to score. Nice read by Childs, knowing he's not going to be able to get Pineda in time. Steps up and throws an absolute dart to Steve Nicorak at second to erase Kuhn, trying to stretch that single.
So the Goldeyes get a run on 1 hit, no errors, and in the end, nobody left. Winnipeg leads at 1-0. We've played 3 complete. We'll go to the top of the 4th. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball, live on Shaw TV.
Okay, Jake, here's the big question. Do you want to leave those prices as they are, or do you want to swap them?
All right, we're back now. And just talk first of all with being able to score a run there in what was a pretty tight game up to that point.
Yeah, we were able to strike first, got the first big 2-out hit with men in scoring position, just a good at-bat by Tyler. But the pitcher's doing a good job. He's got a good 3-pitch mix going right now. Everything's coming out of his hand on a different plane, so he's keeping us off balance. Hopefully he'll pitch himself in a troublesome situation and we can capitalize.
Just really quickly on a personal note, it is hockey night here at the ballpark. You had the chance to catch longtime Goldeyes play-by-play guy Paul Edmonds for the opening pitch. Just how special was that for you?
It's nice to see Paul. I haven't seen him since I've been here. I know he's got a lot of great things happening in his life, and we're certainly happy for him and wish him the best of luck.
All right, thanks for this.
All right, man.
Rick Forney and Al Foster, and thank you, Rick Forney. He made a great point about Bilodeau. The ball is coming out of different spots. His releases are in 3 different spots for 3 different pitches. One is right over the top.
Well, he's changing the plane really nicely. His changeup has been very effective as well, and the slider obviously moving very sharply. And he's even got some movement on that fastball going as well. It's tough for a hitter. You got to lock in.
One right there from Chris Salamita for a strike on Richard Arias. It's Arias, Childs, and then they'll flip back to the top of the lineup to Felix Sanchez. Salamita's been in trouble in 2 of his 3 innings, but he comes out dealing here in the 4th. 2 quick strikes to Arias. Arias flied out to center back in the 2nd inning. Goldeyes a run on 3 hits. Jackals no runs on 4. And there's a ground ball, and it's off the glove of Blackwood. He couldn't make the play, and Arias has a single into left field. We'll check with Steve Eitzen. It is a hit, 5th hit of the ball game for the New Jersey Jackals. They get a runner at first to lead off the inning. Here comes Dwight Childs.
Another hard hit ball. I thought that first one that Jake Blackwood dove for sort of took a bad hop. This one just sort of skidded. Blackwood did get his glove on it, but definitely not a routine play. That's a base hit all the way. Good effort, just couldn't quite snare the line drive on a hop.
So Arias at first to lead off here in the 4th. Brings up Dwight Childs, the number 9 hitter.
Blackwood had a diving effort yesterday that not only robbed the Jackal of a hit, but he turned it into a double play ball.
There's a pop-up behind the plate. Easy play for Reese Allen. One pitch and one out if Dwight tries. Runner at first now with one away, and here comes the ever-dangerous Felix Sanchez. Richard Arias is not slow. Very good runner himself. But with the speed of Sanchez, Arias clogs up the bases.
Well,
well, I agree with you, but you'd like to see Sanchez out front, kind of leading the parade if you're Joe Calfa-Pietra, the manager of the New Jersey Jackals.
Does have 5 steals, been caught 3 times though.
Arias.
Arias, yes.
Sanchez already has 33 steals and 2 tonight. First pitch by Salamita, squares to bunt, leaves it there, it's ball 1.
It's got nothing to do with his play on, or being on the bases, but he has made a team high 24 errors on the season in 75 contests.
Salamita's pitch misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes now to Felix Sanchez. Goldeyes scratched out a run in the 3rd to take a 1-0 lead. But New Jersey with a runner at first and 1 away. There's one fouled off. 2 balls and 1 strike to Sanchez.
Arias, one of those players picked up in the Newark Bears dispersal draft.
New Jersey is about due. They haven't scored a run in this series for 15 innings now.
It's a long time for a real good ball club to go without scoring.
And they've had the bases loaded twice already in this game. Pitch to Sanchez is inside, 3-1. Salamita thought he had the inside corner.
Arias split last season between Trois-Rivières and Newark. With the Bears, he hit .312 in 29 games.
3-1 to Sanchez. Good lead for Arias at first. It's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Fastball at about 84. But great movement, and Salamita has had movement on that fastball.
Another great example of it right there. Real good pitch going away from Sanchez.
Counts full. There goes the runner. Misses outside, ball 4. So Sanchez draws a walk. Arias is on second. It'll bring up Alonzo Harris. Salamita is kind of a appropriate pitcher for hockey night. He does have the hockey head.
And he's a battler.
And he's a battler, you're right.
He's been in some danger here this evening, but found a way to walk the tightrope so far.
Call him a grinder. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Here's Harris. He's 0 for 2. Struck out in the first. Bunted back to the mound in the 3rd.
Salamita very resourceful so far this evening, finding a way to get out of trouble on a few separate occasions, as the Jackals have already stranded 7 base runners through those first 3 innings.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Quickly, Salamita gets ahead 0-2. Alonzo Harris, 5'11", 175. He's 25 years old.
101 games last year with Binghamton in the Eastern League, New York Mets affiliate. 39th rounder of the Mets back in 2007.
Oh, 0-2 the count. Salamita's off-speed pitch lined right at Brock Vaughn. They go back to first, and they get him. Double play. And they get Sanchez, who took a big jump It'll be a line to Brock Bond, back to Casey Harther for the double play.
Once again, resourceful Salamita slider away, hit hard, Bond, right at Bond. Bond whips it over to first to complete the double play. A real good throw to Harther. Sanchez could not freeze on the line drive, and he's doubled up.
No runs on a hit, no errors, one left. It's a break for New Jersey. They've left 8 batters in 4 innings. It's Winnipeg 1, New Jersey nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live from downtown Winnipeg on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
I know you would never make an excuse for your guys, but talking to some of them today, they're getting a little tired. This has been a long road trip, hasn't it?
Oh, a long road trip, and this is the last, I think, of 26 or 28 in a row. So played 35 and a day off, and then this stretch. So, you know, no excuses. We're going to go out there and play hard. But, yeah, it's getting to be the end of the road trip and end of a long run.
Looks like tonight's going to be about manufacturing runs a little bit, isn't it?
No doubt. You know, both pitchers are pitching well. You know, we're getting guys on base. We're just not getting them through.
All right, thanks for this, Joe.
Thank you.
Joe Calfa-Pietra, you can tell the frustration in his voice. This is a team that tonight has left 8 runners on base. They have now gone 16 innings without a run against this Goldeyes pitching staff.
And as the manager, there's not much you can say. That ball is hit right on the nose. A few feet to the left or right, that's a base hit, and you score a run and you tie the game instead.
Yeah, and Sanchez
your
is at third base with his speed.
fastest base runner just gets doubled up. It's just a tough break. That's baseball. Hard hit ball. He tried to freeze on a line. He was unable to do so. He gets doubled up on a good play by Brock Bond.
But once again, the tremendous defense of the Goldeyes, there was never any doubt what Bond was doing. He made the catch and immediately fired to first base. He knew exactly what was going on around him.
You got to be aware of the situation, and that's exactly what he was.
So here's Casey Harther. He was 0 for 1. He grounded at the shortstop his first trip. Pitched by Bilodeau, fouled off. Strike one to Harther.
Like what you were thinking, Scott. Sanchez thinking that ball's hit hard. I'm going first to third, no question about it. Instead, he took one step too many and was unable to get back to first.
One strike to Harther, and there's a chopper foul. 73-mile-an-hour change from Bilodeau. No balls and 2 strikes to the leading hitter in the American Association, coming in hitting .379. Bilodeau's pitch is inside. 1-2. As Rick Forney pointed out, Bilodeau has been mixing his pitches. He has 3, uses them all, and releases every one from a different relief point. There's a line drive. Will it get through? It will be knocked down. It'll be an infield hit for Harther. Casey Harther gets credit for an infield single. It's hit number 131 on the season. And leaves Harther in second place in the American Association. Drew Martinez in Grand Prairie has 136. And then Casey Harther has 131.
Nice job by Nicorak to knock it down. He's headed up the middle.
So here's Abercrombie. Off-speed pitch is a ground ball in the hole. Gets through. Abercrombie with speed, and he can't beat it out. Another great play by the shortstop, Steve Nicorak.
Abercrombie not quite sure he believes it, but again, this is a fantastic throw. I'd like to see the replay. Again, very, very close play. Almost identical to the ball hit by Jake Blackwood. Nicorak goes in the hole on the backhand, throws across the diamond, and bang, bang at first. Let's have a look right here again.
This is a great play by
Steve Nicorak. Abercrombie in front of it. Nicorak comes across, throws across his body.
Wow.
Very close. Very close.
First pitch to Tyler Kuhn in there for strike 1. Correct that, Donnie Webb.
Great throw.
Tremendous throw. Just outstanding. 1 strike to Webb. Harther at second, 1 away. Pitches on the corner, 0-2. Webb has a single in his only trip to the plate today. Back in the second inning. What, second in a wild pitch. Was stranded there.
Obviously, Abercrombie wishes he could have beat that out, but he did his job getting the runner to second base. Moved him up 90 feet. Wasn't a bunt, but he moved him up nonetheless.
Webb and Mazzola both have a chance. There's a pitch outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One run, 4 hits, no errors for the Goldeyes. No runs, 5 hits for the Jackals. Harther's infield single, just the 4th hit of the night off Bilodeau. There's a pitch way inside. 2-2 to Donnie Webb.
A glaring number for the Jackals. 8 LOBs so far.
And that's why Joe Calfapietra looks so frustrated talking to Al Foster. 2-2 to Webb. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch way outside, and Webb's worked the count full. Josh Mazzola in the on-deck circle. He'll be followed by Luis Allen if they can keep this inning alive. We're in the bottom of 4.
Jackals are being chased by the Quebec Capitale, managed by former Goldeye, Pat Scalabrini.
Pitch is in there for strike 3. Donnie Webb called out on strikes. That's just the first strikeout of the game for Goldeye. So for a guy who's had a lot of command today, he doesn't strike a lot out, but he's been getting great defense behind him.
Another great off-speed pitch. Looked like another sharp slider right there. Caught Webb by surprise.
So 2 away now. Here's Mazzola. Harther's still at second base. Pitch to Josh is low for ball 1. Tremendous crowd at the ballpark tonight. Fireworks night. Probably about 65 or 6 here at Shaw Park in downtown Winnipeg on a gorgeous Wednesday night. There's a pitch that misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Mazzola.
Good patience by Mazzola to work the count to 2-0.
Two-way, Harther at second. Bilodeau's pitch is high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Josh Mazzola. Came in hitting .263, 12 home runs, 56 driven in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Popped out to the shortstop, Steve Nicorak. There's a pitch that's in there for a strike. 3-1 to Mazzola. He was taking all the way.
Mazzola has worked 22 walks this year. .319 on base percentage.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 3-2 the count to Mazzola.
Tried to put that one into the river right there. A mighty, mighty swing.
Crowd getting into it. 1 run probably isn't going to do it tonight. There's a pitch and it's a high fly ball. It might get out of play. And it does. Joe Dunnigan was right over by the Goldeyes bullpen, but the ball got into the crowd.
Dunnigan almost made his way into the seats to make a few new friends.
He did. He made a couple of new friends in the Goldeyes bullpen. So 3-2. Runner at second. Goldeyes trying to make something happen here in the 4th. Pitch to Mazzola. It's a long fly ball, way foul. Mazzola was way up in front of that one. Hit it a mile, but foul.
He has seen a steady diet of breaking balls in this at bat here.
Getting into it too. Ken Weeb with the rhythmical clapping here in the ballpark. Pitch by Bilodeau, and it's hit the other way, foul. So Mazzola stays alive at 3-2. So we'll do it again. Counts 3-2. Mazzola battling against Keith Bilodeau. There's a chopper foul. So the count got to 3-1, and Mazzola just fouled 4 in a row off. An 8-pitch at bat. This will be the 9th pitch.
Good battle here between Bilodeau and Mazzola.
For those just tuning in, those are the Goldeyes hockey jerseys. It's hockey night at the ballpark. And that's low. Oh, and they chucked. They said he swung. Now, you know how I feel about this stuff, but I don't think he will. Regardless, it's a strikeout. It has nothing to do with me. Randy Wilms punched him out. Second strikeout in a row by Keith Bilodeau.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Not going to be the best angle.
Yeah.
He wanted to. Might have gone too far.
Yeah.
I think he did.
No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. Yeah, that was strike 3. I'd have called him out.
Mazzola didn't argue too much.
No.
Did shake his head a little.
I'd have called him out.
There's a good angle.
Yeah,
he held it. I think he went too far.
You defend the hitters and I don't.
No, but I think he went too far on that one.
Still Winnipeg 1, New Jersey nothing. We played 4 complete innings. What a great shot of the good crowd here at the ballpark tonight in downtown Winnipeg. It's Safeway Goldeyes Baseball, and it's live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway. Goldeyes Home Run Gang membership. For more information, call 982-BASE.
As we make our way to the top of the 5th inning, and before we send things back to Scott and Ken, just want to remind everyone, of course, we are all over the social media world on Twitter, Facebook. Just look for us at Shaw TV Winnipeg. Here's some pretty interesting tweets to share with you guys this evening. First of all, from Joe Kenny. A great night for a Goldeyes game. Beautiful weather. Magic number is single digits. And there's post-game fireworks. And also from Paige Matheson, this is an interesting one. Here to celebrate our wedding, we're at the Winnipeg Goldeyes game. So that's JP and Paige Martin. Congratulations to them on their wedding. And, of course, jerseys have been the talk of the town, of course, with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers unveiling their new jerseys. Well, Pinky DeBrain, that's Miss S, says loves the jerseys for tonight's Winnipeg Goldeyes game. There you are, Matt.
Well, I agree with Pinky. I like them, too. I wouldn't like to see them every night, but for hockey night, they look good. Nice design.
They got a bit of a retro feel to them a little bit.
They do. Yeah.
Don't they?
But there's no question they're hockey jerseys. They're not baseball jerseys. Well, maybe softball. I think I probably wore a top like that in the 1970s.
I'm still wondering how a guy gets to have his wedding day at a ball game.
I think it's great. Congratulations to him. There's a long fly ball. It's hit a mile. Reggie Abercrombie goes back. And what a catch. Oh, what a catch by Reggie. Oh, that's worth watching again. That was drilled by Jeremy Barnes. And Reggie Abercrombie. This is big-time stuff.
We've talked about his range an awful lot. This ball is hit very hard. Look how far Abercrombie has to go to track this baseball. Finds it over the shoulder and hauls it in before going to the wall.
What a great catch by Abercrombie. That was hit a mile by Barnes. But to the deepest part of the ballpark, Reggie was able to track it down. Here's Dunnigan. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Dunnigan has struck out twice tonight. And as we mentioned, 127 times this year, but he does have 23 home runs. There's a ground ball to Brock Bond. Easy play for Bond. Fires to first and quickly 2 away here in the 5th. What a catch by Reggie. Boy, did he get back on that one.
Great range.
Again, it's what the pitchers talk about after every game. Because the Goldeyes don't have a lot of strikeout pitchers. It's guys who pitch to contact, and this defense has been outstanding this year. Right now, the Goldeyes defensively are the number 2 team in the American Association. Wichita's fielding percentage is .981. Winnipeg's is .980.
Yeah, it's an impressive competition between those two high-end clubs. And if you want to win, you need to have good defense.
pitch by Salamita is low, ball 1.
And after laboring at times but finding a way to get out of trouble, Salamita would love nothing more than a quick inning.
Foul back, 1-1. Tony Caldwell in tonight's game was hit by a pitch in the first inning, the first of 2 batters to be hit tonight by Salamita. And then he hit a solid single to left field in the 3rd. He's been involved, he's been on the bases in both situations when the Jackals had the bases loaded and failed to score. 1-1 the count. There's a chopper foul. Tough play for the ball boy. He kind of olayed it.
Was tracking it nicely. And showing some dismay.
He's going to have to answer to Al Foster after the game's over. Because Al, of course, trains these ball boys to be the best in the league.
He didn't know that was part of his duties, but it is.
Well, it is. It's his responsibility. But Al's been out with his glove the last couple of games.
Indeed.
With Johnny McClure, our camera guru.
Johnny
working
can
on
throw.
whatever it is they're working on.
Johnny can throw a ball, let me tell you guys.
There's a pitch right down the middle. Caldwell is called out on strikes. For Chris Salamita, strikeout number 4 on the evening. And he's out of the 5th, 1, 2, 3, no runs, no hits, no errors. And for a change, nobody left on base. It's still 1-0 Winnipeg. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Safeway Goldeyes Baseball, and it's live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
When it comes to sports, we all like to watch the Jets and Blue Bombers, but there are many of you who also like to follow university, high school, even semi-pro sports. From high school volleyball and basketball championships, Bison Athletics, even Goldeyes Baseball, we're happy to bring you the best and most comprehensive sports coverage at the community level. Why? Because we know it matters to you.
Art. Pure and simple.
Welcome back. I was born intelligent, but education ruined me. Sorry to hear that. Wonder where he went to school. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. That youngster's loving every second of it tonight. It'll be Luis Allen, Ryan Pineda, then back to the top of the order, and Brock Bond. He wants something for free, I can tell. See by the look in his eyes.
Fired up.
Oh, he's not happy. Al, go down there and give him something.
Hey, I can give you guys one more tweet here. We got a couple of Blue Bombers in the crowd tonight. Patrick Neufeld, big offensive lineman, says he's at his first Goldeyes game with Rory Kohler, Craig Newman, and Carl Fitzgerald. Loving the park, loving the atmosphere.
Welcome to the park, boys. A fun one Friday night against the Montreal Alouettes. Speaking of new uniforms. First pitch to Luis Allen is in there for strike 1. Bilodeau's pitch is low and inside. Luis is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop back in the 2nd inning.
Be interesting to see Chad Johnson. Sounds like he's going to be back in the lineup Friday.
What is he now? Wheat? Sank?
Quatre-Vingt sank, I believe.
I don't know.
My Francais is limited, but I'm pretty sure it's Quatre-Vingt sank.
He's wearing 85, right?
Yeah.
As long as he's wearing the same number. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Nick Rock's had a good night. He handles it easily. First out this 5th inning. Yeah, to be Quatre-Vingt sank. I was just fooling around with numbers.
Yes.
Ocho Cinco. Here's Ryan Pineda. Pineda walked and scored the only run of the ball game back in the 3rd inning. Ryan Pineda's sneaky fast on the base pass. Another guy who runs the bases well.
Yep, showed good speed, scoring that only run of the game so far. To this
pitch
point.
by Bilodeau is in there for strike one. That off-speed stuff has fooled the Goldeyes tonight. Goldeyes only 4 hits through 4 innings. Make it 4 1/3 now. There's a ground ball back up the middle. Will it get through? It will. Solid single to center for Ryan Pineda. He has had a tremendous week with his folks here. Swinging the bat extremely well.
Another good swing. Like a slider. Pineda gets the barrel out in front, and nothing that Nicaragua could do with this one. He's been fantastic with the glove and the arm today, but that one's through the middle for a base hit.
Dad looks pensive tonight.
Intense.
Intense.
He's an intense individual.
Well, his son is. Ryan is an intense ball player. Here's Brock Bond. We go back to the top of the order. Bond is 1 for 2, singled in the first, flied up to center field in the third, hit it deep. But Alonzo Harris, just too much range out there. Pineda at first, 1 away. Pineda goes. Throw by Childs to second base, and Pineda is out trying to steal. Good throw by Dwight Childs. 2-6. Second out of the inning. So the Goldeyes trying to get a runner in scoring position for Brock Bond. Pineda gets tossed out.
Just a tad late on the jump. Real good throw by Dwight Childs. Throw right on the money. Nicaragua gets the tag down just in time. Good slide by Pineda, made it close. But he's caught stealing for the second time this season to go against the 5 steals.
So 2 out. Nobody on. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brock Bond. That pitch is low and outside. 3-1 to the Goldeyes leadoff hitter, who came in hitting .344. Bilodeau's pitch, chop foul. Count goes full to 3-2. Bond stole a base in the first inning. Stranded in scoring position. Goldeyes stranded a runner in scoring position in the second. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Brock Bond goes down on strikes. Again, that off-speed stuff can fool you. Fool Brock Bond. 3rd strikeout of the game for Keith Bilodeau. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left as Ryan Pineda's thrown out trying to steal. We played 5 complete. It's Winnipeg 1, Jersey nothing. This is Safeway, Goldeyes Baseball. Scott Taylor, Ken Weeb, Al Foster. Boy, does Winnipeg look great tonight. We're on.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Ready for summer? If you have a cottage or cabin, Shaw Direct has your family's entertainment covered. Get Shaw Direct satellite TV for your home away from home and receive your first month free. 2 free movies plus a free HD PVR rental for 2 years. Got a cottage or cabin? Get Shaw Direct satellite TV today.
As we head into the top of the 6th inning, it's time to check out your Manitoba Hydro American Association saves leaders. And once again, Marshall Schuler from the Lincoln Salt Dogs way out on top at 32.
You figure he's the winner, don't you?
I've got it pegged, buddy.
Locked up.
And even though he's not playing for Wichita anymore, Matt Navarez is still in 2nd place with 23. Dakota Watts from Grand Prairie with 20. Dan Sattler with 19. And Fargo Moorhead's Nate Garcia has 17 saves to round up our top 5. The American Association Saves Leaders are brought to you by Manitoba Hydro. Manitoba Hydro encouraging all consumers to save energy and be power smart by using Energy Star appliances.
And the leader for the Goldeyes is Chris Kissick, 14.
50.
Bingo. You were right.
Got his 15th Monday.
He did. Right in front of the Shaw TV cameras.
Indeed.
So we work into the 6th inning with Chris Salamita. young ladies having fun at the ballpark. Guys watching the game. It's John Talley, Steve Nicorak, and Richard Arias to face Salamita here in the 6th.
3 times in his last 5 starts, Salamita has gone the distance. One of those was a 7-game doubleheader. Went a full 9 in 2 of the others. 2 starts ago, just threw an absolute gem against Wichita.
There's a pop-up. Jake Blackwood will have no problem. First pitch to Talley. Pop foul, 1 away. That was a great pitch by Salamita. There was nothing Talley could do with it. That slider on the outside corner, that's one of those pitches where you really have to say, that's a strike, I'll try again.
Yeah, there's just not much you can do with it. Even if you make contact, you're just not going to hit it very far.
So here's Steve Nicorak, who has just been outstanding in the field. 0 for 2 as a hitter. Grounded out to Tyler Kuhn in the 2nd. Grounded out to Brock Bond in the 3rd. First pitch by Salamita is in there for strike 1. Nicorak has 3 home runs this year. He's driven in 20. Batting .256. Salamita gets the sign from Allen. He sets up inside, and it's popped up. Another great pitch. There was nothing Nicorak could do with that. Pops it to Brock Bond, 2-away. We talked about the fact that Salamita tends to get stronger as the game goes along. That's 6 consecutive outs.
Yeah, he's been fantastic in terms of both getting himself out of trouble and then really buckling down here through the middle innings. But we've said it a lot. He's a veteran guy. He loves pitching in big games. And after a rare tough start, you knew he was going to be ready to try to mow down the opposition.
So here's Arias. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Arias is 1 for 2. He flied to center back in the 2nd. Singled in the 4th and was stranded at second base. Came in hitting .257. Has a homer. He's driven in 21. Salamita gets the sign. There's the pitch. There's a fly ball to center field. Boy, what an easy inning for Chris Salamita. Reggie comes on, makes the catch, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th inning. Nothing across for New Jersey. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Salamita getting better and better. 7 consecutive outs. It's Winnipeg 1, New Jersey nothing. It's Safeway Goldeyes Baseball, and it's live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
From Ranger Insurance, this is Winnipeg on the Go. Your weekly event listings keeping you connected to our community. Aboriginal Music Week features Native, Métis, Inuit, and Indigenous artists performing hip-hop, electronic, traditional, world, folk, rock, country, and the blues. Events are held across Winnipeg and include several free and family-friendly events. For the schedule and more information, please visit aboriginalmusicweek.ca. Bannatyne's Carnival Street Festival brings the Brazilian Carnival to downtown Winnipeg for a 2-day street festival featuring Brazilian music, dance, and food. To learn more, please visit bannatynecarnival.ca. The Morden Corn and Apple Festival features a parade, free corn and cider, a show and shine car show, busking, mud races, and much more. For more information on the festival, please visit cornandapple.com. The 25th annual Biking to the Viking is a 2-day bike tour from Stonewall to Gimli and back again, in support of the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Manitoba. For more information, please visit mssociety.ca/Manitoba. Would you like your event listed on television and online? Send your listing to Shaw TV Winnipeg at shaw.ca or visit our website shaw.ca/shawtv/Winnipeg. Winnipeg on the Go is brought to you by Ranger Insurance.
Welcome back. Rookie fans, and then we have some veteran fans.
A lot of fans all around for this one. Great atmosphere in here tonight.
I'd like to get a number. I suspect they have a final number someplace. It's
you mentioned on Monday,
almost
Scott,
filled up right into Section T.
Very much a playoff type atmosphere feel in this one, throughout the series, actually.
Well, it turned out to be a great night. There was no rain. It looked like there would be, but there never was. And the Archangel fireworks coming up right after the ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Jake Blackwood leads it off. Pitches inside for ball 1. Blackwood working on a 14-game hitting streak.
14, yes.
Doesn't have a hit yet tonight.
Scott, sorry to jump in. You were mentioning rain, and I was just tracking a little bit of AccuWeather radar, and I happened upon the forecast for Regina. Their forecast high for Sunday, 9 degrees.
I think we're 14 or 16.
Okay.
Tops. It's going to be cold on the weekend for us. I mean, cold in terms of Manitoba in August. 2 balls and a strike to Blackwood, but it's fall. It feels like fall.
It's got a little fall feel.
And as Kenny said, it's playoff time.
Indeed.
There's another pitch in there, 2-2 to Blackwood. He didn't agree with that. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Goldeyes third baseman. The red-hot Jake Blackwood. Pitch by Bilodeau, and there's a chopper in the hole. And it'll get through for a base hit. Off the glove of Barnes. It'll be a single. The Goldeyes' 6th hit of the ball game. Blackwood's first, and he keeps that hitting streak alive.
Yep, make it 15.
Off-speed pitch, just a chopper, but in the right spot. Tough play for the third baseman. It's a good thing it didn't get through to Nicorak. He might have made the play.
Beat it into the ground, and third baseman Jeremy Barnes just can't come up with it. Infield single.
There's a flare into the gap, but getting over quickly is Alonzo Harris. He's a dandy out there. Tyler Kuhn hits the first pitch, and Alonzo Harris, with all that speed, gets over and makes the catch. The lovely Renee Corshane just brought us the attendance for tonight's game. 6,656, 6656. Nice crowd tonight. Complete sellout here is about 7,100, maybe 72. But a good crowd for fireworks night in August. Here's Casey Harther. Pitches inside for ball 1. He has a hit in 2 trips. Infield single back in the 4th. Goldeyes now have 6 hits. New Jersey just 5. It's a nail biter tonight. There's a high fly ball in the right field. Should be an easy one for Felix Sanchez, and it is. 2-8, here comes Reggie. Historically, Goldeyes teams have not liked junk pitchers. And they're getting a guy who's thrown a lot of off-speed stuff tonight, and the Goldeyes have been off balance since the first inning.
Yeah, they've got themselves a few hits. Just the one 2-out knock from Kuhn that was able to drive in a run. Real good command of all 3 pitches for Bilodeau here this evening.
Swing and a miss. Reggie wanted to hit the art out over the left field fence.
Free swinger by his own admission.
A little too free, he said to you.
That was the reason for the slow start, but most people suspected and expected that he would pick things up, and he has.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So quickly, Bilodeau gets ahead of Abercrombie 0-2.
A little anxious here in this at bat.
That stuff's coming out of Bilodeau's hand. It looks like a beach ball, but it's at a speed that keeps the batters off balance. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 84-mile-an-hour fastball was past Reggie before he could make the swing. Strikeout number 6 now for Keith Bilodeau, who has also had a brilliant evening. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. It's the Goldeyes 1, the New Jersey Jackals nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Join us on Shaw TV this fall for our 2014 Mayoral Forum, brought to you by Winnipeg Realtors. We'll be live from the Franco-Manitoban Cultural Center, October 9th at 7 p.m. Have a say in our city's next mayor. Join the conversation online at Shaw TV Winnipeg, #YourMayor. Your Mayor, the 2014 All Candidates Mayoral Forum, only on Channel 9, Shaw TV.
Fans enjoying themselves. There's Ryan Pineda's dad, his mom. She's enjoying the tastes of Shaw Park. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Dwight Childs and then back to the top, that scary top of the order. Felix Sanchez and Alonzo Harris. It's a big inning for Chris Salamita. The Goldeyes bullpen is stretching. Chris Kissick, Brendan Lafferty both up. Getting set to warm up. So the catcher, Dwight Childs, who has a single and 2 trips.
A couple of nuggets on Salamita lifetime, Scott. We mentioned earlier he's the longest serving member of the pitching staff. Goldeyes 53-35, good for a .602 winning percentage when Salamita starts in the regular season. He's allowed 3 or fewer earned runs in 62 of 88 previous starts. Wow. Good for 70%. Pretty impressive.
First pitch to Childs is in there for strike 1. And that's a change from the start of the game. Salamita now getting ahead of the hitters. But a tough 7th inning. Challenge for him here in the 7th. There's a pitch popped up behind the plate. And it will drop right below us. Quickly 2 strikes to Dwight Childs.
Salamita has allowed 2 or fewer walks in 72 of 88 starts. That's 82% of the time, and he has worked 6 or more innings in 61 of 88. 69% of the times he works into the 6th and beyond. He's just a workhorse.
Oh, 0-2, the count to Dwight Childs. Salamita's pitch is lined for a base hit. Solid single to left field for Dwight Childs. So that's going to make it interesting here in this 7th inning. As Childs leads off with a single. And here comes Felix Sanchez.
Jake Blackwood has been busy at the hot corner. A lot of hot shots coming in his direction. He's got that uniform dirty. A lot of sliding plays. Just unable to come up with that one. Good effort, though.
Sanchez, as we mentioned, from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Lives now in Las Vegas, Nevada. Squares to bunt, misses, strike 1. A little wheel play. Brock Bond will cover first base. Casey Harther will come in on the bunt. The respect of Sanchez's speed.
Yep.
And we got a pick off at first base. Dwight Childs has been picked off. And he's tagged out by Tyler Kuhn. What a great move by Chris Salamita. He picked off Dwight Childs. It'll go 1-3-6 on the putout. And now there's 1 away.
He's got a great move. Not really
Dwight Childs
not really known for his base stealing prowess. And he's tagged out by Tyler Kuhn, erasing that leadoff single.
So Sanchez now with 1 strike. Pitch by Salamita misses outside, 1-1. The one thing about Sanchez, with his speed, he could square at any moment. Switch hitter. And as Kenny pointed out, maybe the fastest guy he's seen in this ballpark. He squares to bunt again. And that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's good at keeping the infield on their toes, if you will.
Two and 1, the count to Felix Sanchez. Salamita kicks. And there's a shot, one hop to Bond, and he handles it. Nice job by Brock Bond. And how about the respect for the speed of Sanchez? There was no getting set and fooling around. Bond just quickly got it to first base. Good play by Brock Bond. And I think if this continues, we'll hear from Chris Salamita tonight how great his defense was.
Hard hit ball, good slider. Sanchez goes the other way, one hopper. Bond snares it and quickly fires to first. Didn't want to take any chances with the speedy Sanchez. Trying to hustle his way to first.
He made this play behind him. What a great play.
Yeah, definitely the ball was past him. And like you said, he was playing a little bit further in because of the respect for the speed of Sanchez. Made a real nice play.
So 2 away. First pitch to Alonzo Harris is outside for ball 1. Harris struck out, bunted back to the mound and was thrown out, and then hit into a line drive double play. Hit it right on the nose, right at Brock Bond. Pitch is in there for strike, 1-1.
Double-barreled action for the Goldeyes in the bullpen. It's like Gabe Aguilar and Taylor Suet warming. A little bit of stretching happening in the Jackals bullpen as well.
Alonzo Harris, born, raised, resides in Macomb, Mississippi. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alonzo Harris. There's a shot into the gap. Pineda getting over. And just a great catch by Ryan Pineda. Boy, he got over in a hurry, too. There's been some tremendous defense tonight in a game where pitching and defense is shone. We'll have another peek at this great play by Ryan Pineda. This ball is hit on the nose.
Another hard hit ball. Looked like it might have been for extra bases. I thought it might have been over Pineda's head, but he just does a nice job of tracking it down. He got a good jump off the bat. And he hauls it in the gap to take away an extra base hit for the 3rd out of the inning.
Tremendous catch by Pineda. There's been a lot of that tonight. Winnipeg leads at 1-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. This is Safeway Goldeyes baseball on Shaw.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Time now for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by the Dugout, the Goldeyes Souvenir Store. 2 locations right here at Shaw Park. Goldie and Goldette leads the crowd through the 7th inning stretch. Thanks to Goldie and all those hockey jerseys. There's a lot of fans. A lot of Bruins fans tonight.
A lot of folks in the spirit.
Yeah. And it's hockey night at the ballpark, as you can tell by the Goldeyes jerseys.
Even
Probably buy those jerseys at the Goldeyes Souvenir Store. The 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Dugout. 2 locations right here at Shaw Park. There's a Bruins fan and a Jets fan. That must be a tough household to live in. Jets and Bruins. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Donnie Webb, Josh Mazzola, and Luis Allen to face Keith Bilodeau, who's been very, very, very good tonight.
Even the band on the concourse is rocking we're rocking the jerseys before the game.
Well, it's hockey night.
Playoff beard.
Got a head start. So here comes Donnie Webb to lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Single back in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. First pitch to Webb, and Webb thought about dropping a bunt, pulled it back, still a strike. The Floridian, Donnie Webb. Pitch misses low and outside. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, Goldeyes. No runs, 6 hits, no errors for New Jersey. There's one foul back.
High fives.
High fives all around. The Anthem Nukes at the game tonight. Bob as well.
Rick Gabriel with them. Rick and Wanda.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Webb strikes out for the second time tonight. 5th strikeout for Bilodeau. Correct that. 5 strikeouts. Here's Josh Mazzola. Mazzola has been one of the strikeout victims tonight. He has popped out shortstop and struck out 2 trips, 0 for 2.
Rick Gabriel loaned me the Jonah Carey book, the Up, Up and Away, the tale of the Montreal Expos. I finished that off last week. A really good read for those ball fans of the Expos.
First pitch to Mazzola. It's high, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. There's one fouled off. 1-1 the count. Josh Mazzola before the game today having about as much fun as a human being should be allowed to have. But he wasn't alone. Josh Mazzola's latest antic is upside down now. He wears Reggie Abercrombie's pants on his arms. It was a ground ball foul. Hit hard, but foul.
He's also eager for the hockey game out there. He was
eager
doing
for the
some
hockey
stick
game. He got in
handling.
the fight with Lafferty. Didn't look like he won.
It was more like a wrestling hockey fight, though.
Yeah, kind of. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mazzola. Pitches in the dirt. Childs hit him on the arm. Boy, it's tough being a catcher.
Yeah, it'll wear you down over the course of a 100-game season, that's for sure.
You do get a lot of respect from your teammates, though.
Sharp slider. Oh, that just takes a top hop. But caught him in the collarbone, shoulder area.
Might have got him on the bicep in regular motion, but in the slow motion.
Oh, might actually hit his forearm.
Yeah, probably did. Boy, it hurts.
He was headed towards the collarbone, but
tough
got his arm
to be
first.
a catcher. 2-2 the captain, Josh Mazzola. Pitch by Bilodeau. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 6 strikeouts now. Mazzola the second time. Both Mazzola and Webb have struck out twice. So we can talk about Chris Salamita having a great night, but young Keith Bilodeau has been superb this night. Here comes Luis. He's 0 for 2. 2 ground balls to the shortstop. Keeping Steve Nickorock busy. Bilodeau kicks and delivers. It's outside, ball 1. Game 1 in this series, 6-4. Great ball game. Game 2, all Ethan Hollingsworth. 2-hit shutout, 6-0 Goldeyes. This one, a battle between Chris Salamita and Keith Bilodeau. 1 run on 6 hits for Winnipeg, no runs on 6 hits for New Jersey. And the 2 stars are obviously Bilodeau and Salamita tonight. There's a chopper, a high chopper to the third baseman. Barnes handles it, fires across the diamond. Talley puts the tag on Luis Allen, and that does it for the Goldeyes here in the 7th inning. Nothing across for Winnipeg. We played 7 complete. It's the Goldeyes 1, the New Jersey Jackals nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball. Scott Taylor, Ken Wiebe, Al Foster. So glad you could join us tonight. Jeremy Barnes, Joe Dunning, and Tony Caldwell. Meat of the order coming up for the Jackals in the 8th inning.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
And as we head into the top of the 8th inning, it's a good opportunity, I'd say, to check the American Association standings. As we mentioned off the top of the show, Winnipeg Goldeyes all but wrapping up the American Association North Division standing, a magic number of 5 and a 9-game lead over the St. Paul Saints. In the Central Division, Lincoln with just a half-game lead now over the Gary South Shore Railcats. That's definitely going to come down right to the wire. And in the South, the Wichita Wingnuts proving once again that they are also in the upper echelon of the American Association with an 8.5-game lead over Laredo. And just before I send things back to Scott and Ken, just want to remind folks again, we are all over the Twitterverse at Shaw TV Winnipeg. And we have a tweet here from fellow journalist Randy Turner. Randy says, at the Goldeyes game, beautiful summer night. Good news, Paul Edmonds threw out the first pitch. Bad news, he gave up a 3-run home run. Back to you guys.
Yeah, it was a one-hopper. Gary and St. Paul are tied 1-1 the 7th inning. So tight games all around. How about Lincoln losing 3 in a row? And now Gary's back in that battle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. The wild card chase is tight too.
Lincoln has the lead tonight, 11-7 over Wichita. Wichita's won 5 straight. And Laredo winning again, beating Grand Prairie 4-0. So all of the teams battling for a playoff spot, playing pretty well tonight. Right here, it's a 1-0 ball game as Chris Salamita works into the 8th. Brendan Lafferty and the side-arming Taylor Suet both up throwing for the Goldeyes.
Nice touch with a little Fratelli's music here. A little homage to the Chicago Blackhawks perhaps on hockey night.
A lot of the hockey songs, the rink songs. So Jeremy Barnes steps in. He's the number 3 hitter in the lineup. He has a single, walk, flat center, and 3 trips. Has homered in this series. Salamita's first pitch, off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Starts with the changeup. Barnes looks at it. Home plate umpire Sam Birch calls strike 1. Curveball high. 1-1, Jeremy Barnes. Jeremy Barnes is from Rowlett, Texas. Makes his home in Pennsylvania now. Pitch misses, 1-2. Played high school ball in Garland, Texas. And played for the University of Notre Dame. 2 balls and 1 strike, and there's a line shot right at Tyler Trent. He hit it on the nose, but right at the Goldeyes shortstop.
Several hard-hit balls today, but the Goldeyes defense has been solid, and here's another example. This ball from Barnes hit right on the nose, line shot, Kuhn positioned perfectly. Goes for the first start of the inning.
So 1 away, and here comes the ever-dangerous Joe Dunnigan. Dunnigan is 0 for 3 tonight. He struck out twice, but again, he has 23 home runs this season. 1 swing of the bat, we got a tie ball game. Salamita has to be careful, swing and a miss. And Dunnigan was thinking about hitting that one
to the tent.
To the tent. Wow.
Beyond the right field wall.
And there's a ground ball to Brock Bond. Second time tonight. Bond fires to first. 2 away here in the 8th.
Some frustration mounting.
Yes. I mean,
picked up by the crowd mic.
I mean, the reality is they have not scored a run in 19 2/3 innings. And that's it for Chris Salamita. He's done for the night. And this crowd will give him a standing ovation. Chris Salamita, tremendous tonight. An outstanding performance by the Goldeyes starter. No runs on 6 hits on the evening. He leaves nobody on base, so he can only be the winner tonight, not the loser. Pitching change brings us Taylor Suet. Tell us about Taylor.
The right-hander coming on for the 36th time. Scott, 1-0 record, 2.63 earned run average, 37 2/3 innings, 36 hits allowed, 11 earned runs, 12 walks. One of them was intentional. 24 strikeouts. He surrendered just 1 home run as opponents hitting .261 against the Sidewinder.
So the side-arming Taylor Suet, a guy who says he could pitch all day. He doesn't put a whole lot of pressure on his arm. He's almost submarine.
Had a good chat with Taylor before the contest today. He said he was transformed into a side armor in college. And said, by his own admission, he's most effective when going 1 or 2 innings. He can pitch all day, but he's found in independent baseball, he's been a lot more successful when he's just been in there for once through the order. able to keep guys off balance.
Dancing Gabe keeping everybody on balance. Directing traffic tonight. Looks great in his Jets jersey. Oh, Canucks and Red Wings going at it on the dugout. Your guy can dance, Al Foster. Dancing Gregory. And Dancing Gabe. So Taylor Suet will face Tony Caldwell, who had been interesting tonight. Hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third, struck out looking in the fifth. He's 1 for 2. Goldeyes playing straight away at every position. Taylor Suet with a tremendous slider. Steps in and he hits a line shot in the left field. Donnie Webb over. And he doesn't get it. It'll go all the way to the wall. Caldwell will have a double. And the first pitch thrown by Taylor Suet is a double right in front of Donnie Webb.
Suet worked to try to get ahead, and Caldwell jumped all over it. Hard hit ball. This one was right under the glove of Webb.
And Taylor Suet's going to throw one pitch. Brendan Lafferty's going to face John Talley.
We're to that point of the game where we got the matchups going. Righty-righty did not go the Goldeyes' way. We'll see if the lefty, Brendan Lafferty, can stop the bleeding here.
So the runner on second base is the responsibility of Taylor Suet. And here comes Brendan Lafferty.
Busiest pitcher in the American Association, Scott, coming on for the 51st time this year. 0-2 record, 2.25 earned run average. He has 4 saves. 44 innings pitched, 33 hits, 11 earned runs allowed, 21 walks, 2 of which were intentional to go against 45 strikeouts. He has surrendered 2 home runs, uncorked 5 wild pitches, as opponents hit .202 against the Californians.
So Brendan Lafferty, who has 4 saves on the season. It will be interesting to see how many batters he will face, but he will certainly face John Talley, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Here's that pitch that Taylor Suet threw to Tony Caldwell. You got to be careful with Caldwell. Suet got one up in the strike zone.
Yep, jumped all over. It looked like a fastball just up in the zone. Webb playing him straight up. Makes a good diving effort. Just can't come up with it, and it's a double.
So if there was ever a pitcher to come in for hockey night in Winnipeg, it would be Brendan Lafferty. And the story is a simple one. He was just a kid in Southern California, and somebody new moved into his neighborhood, became his best friend. The kid was from Vancouver, madly in love with the Vancouver Canucks. Brendan Lafferty picked up the Vancouver Canucks and is now the king of Canucks fans in Winnipeg. And he and Josh Drews, who is the bullpen catcher, and Josh, whose dad coaches Lundar in the KJHL. Brendan and Josh are going to be the voices of the St. Boniface Riels of the Manitoba Major Junior Hockey League this year. The PA announcers. They're going to split the duties. Well, they split the curling duties this year, the 2 left-handed curlers. It'll be the Lafferty-Drews sports season in the off-season for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. So here's Talley against Brendan Lafferty with a runner in scoring position and 2 out. We're in the 8th inning. Here's the pitch by Lafferty. Just misses low, ball 1. Crowd getting quiet now. Salamita had been cruising, was taken out for Suet. Suet gave up the double. Pitch on the corner for a strike, 1-1. Do you sense that if they score, we might be here for a while?
That's been that kind of game.
Really has. 7th hit of the night for the New Jersey Jackals. Off-speed pitch by Lafferty, and it's popped up. What a great pitch. Way out in front was tallied. It's caught by Harther, and that does it. The 8th inning is over. What a job by Brendan Lafferty. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Goldeyes still lead at 1-0. It's Winnipeg 1, New Jersey 0. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Join the movement to kick cancer. 5 simple things can reduce your risk of cancer by up to 50%. Choose a balanced diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables. Get active to maintain a healthy body weight. Avoid tobacco and secondhand smoke. Protect yourself from UV rays. Follow cancer screening guidelines and see your doctor for regular checkups. Take the pledge to reduce your risk of cancer. Join the movement at kickcancer.ca.
An initiative of Cancer Care Manitoba Foundation, supported by Safeway.
Winnipeg Goldeyes, Chris Salamita, brilliant game tonight. He can only be the winner. He can't be the loser. There you look at Taylor Suet, who's off the hook thanks to Brendan Lafferty. We have a brand new pitcher for the New Jersey Jackals. A young fan with his rally cap on, maybe get some runs for the Goldeyes. They're going to see a fastball pitcher. It's Sean Ellis. Kenny, tell us about the new pitcher, Sean Ellis.
The right-hander Scott worked on Monday. He's making his 39th appearance, 47 innings pitched, 36 hits, 13 earned runs, 14 walks, 49 strikeouts. He has a 3-1 record, including 2 saves and a 2.48 earned run average. It's been a solid season for the Jackals and one of their more reliable pitchers. And as mentioned, he worked Monday night against the Goldeyes, coming on in relief. Going
Monday
1
night,
inning.
Monday night he pitched 1 inning and gave up a run.
2 hits. Struck out 2 of the 5 batters he faced.
They're playing the hockey song, Kenny.
Hear that a lot in the winter.
I feel like I was at the old Jets. Jets 1.
They still play it. They still play it regularly.
Yeah, just not as much, which is okay. You don't have to play it every game. You don't have to play the hockey song every game. They play it in the, I like the way they pick their shots at the Jets games. Pick it to get the crowd up, play it in the 3rd inning. You don't always need to hear the hockey song, but there are certain circumstances when it'll get the crowd going.
Sure.
You don't have to work that hard to get the crowd going in the Winnipeg Jets game.
No, that's true.
But there are occasional times when it gets dark, a little quiet. Here's Ryan Pineda to lead it off. He's had a good night, 1 for 1 with a walk. Ryan happy to be in the lineup tonight. Josh Mazzola taking the DH job. Pineda's been the DH pretty often here in the month of August. Just likes to be in the lineup, is not complaining when he's the DH, but would much prefer to play in the field. Pitch by Ellis, and that's low. 2 balls and no strikes to Ryan Pineda. Like most players, it's tough to be a DH.
You got to be mentally prepared. You got to do things, especially if you're used to being a position player. If you're used to being in the game all the time, you got to go down to the cage, take a couple extra swings off the tee, and try to keep yourself into the game mentally. Because regularly, you're only hitting once every 2 or 3 innings, so got to stay sharp.
That pitch is in there. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Pineda. Back in the 3rd inning, he walked and ended up scoring on Tyler Kuhn's base hit. He singled back in the 5th. 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. And there's a pop-up out of play. They'll get back behind the Goldeyes dugout. Heads up, everybody. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Pineda. Crowd tonight at Andy, 66-56 here at the ballpark. Thanks to everybody for coming out. Thanks to everybody for watching. As the Goldeyes and Jackals are in a dandy ball game, 1-0 rather for Winnipeg in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 to Pineda. Ellis delivers. That's low. 3-2. Counts full to Ryan Pineda. Brock Bond in the on-deck circle as the Goldeyes will flip the lineup, go back to the top. It'll be Bond and Blackwood. Pitch to Pineda. And misses. Ball 4. So Ryan Pineda draws a leadoff walk here in the 8th inning. His second leadoff walk tonight. He walked back in the 3rd.
He's having himself a pretty good ball game.
He had a great ball game last night, and it's almost like he's a second leadoff hitter, because last night's game he had 2 walks as well. It was 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. So here comes Brock Bond. Third baseman Jeremy Barnes thinking bunt. He's in on the grass. Pineda's being held by Talley. Bond squares, pitches in there for a strike. Brock Bond tonight has a hit in 3 trips, singled in the 1st, flied up center in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th inning. Here's the bunt, back to the mound. Ellis is going to go down to second base, and they get Pineda. Not a very good bunt by Bond. It was right back to the mound.
Good play by
Sean Ellis.
Ellis fielding it cleanly and hustling to get it down second base to erase the lead runner.
You can't knock the fielding of either team tonight, pitchers included.
Yeah, Bond got the bat out in front, but that ball's got to be bunted either down the 1st or 3rd baseline. Good hustle by Pineda, made it closer than it probably should have been. Good slide.
So here's Blackwood, who has a single in 3 trips. Bond at first, 1 away. Pitch from Ellis is high, ball 1. Jake Blackwood pre-game today had a gorgeous fleece onesie of the Winnipeg Jets. You can find that at the Goldeyes website, sitegoldeyes.com. His Jets onesie. Pitch by Ellis is fouled off and out of play. The Goldeyes pregame interview today looked like Monty Python's Flying Circus.
There's a lot of things happening.
It's hard to keep track of everybody. Al Foster has already told me he does not ever want to see it again.
Nope.
It was disturbing for Al.
It really
the guy that had the look of a Federico Fellini movie.
Meets Clockwork Orange.
Pitches inside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Blackwood. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff.
A lot of enthusiasm, though.
Oh, yeah. There was plenty of enthusiasm.
It's been said plenty of times in the last several months, Goldeyes really have a cohesive group. They get along real well. They're not afraid to make fun of one another and have a good time at the park. But
there's a little flare. Is that going to drop? It will. It'll drop in. Brock Bond is trying to go to third base. There's a throw, and he throws it away. And Bond will score. The wild pitch goes out of play into the camera booth. And Brock Bond will head to the plate. The Goldeyes take a 2-0 lead. A little flare, a broken back flare off the bat of Jake Blackwood. It'll be a single and an error on the throw, no RBI. Bond will come home on an error to the right fielder, Felix Sanchez. And let's have a look.
Good piece of hitting, slider down. Blackwood fooled a bit, but he flared it into right field. Sanchez charging hard, uncorks a throw that's going to be close, but it looked like it may have hit the foot of Bond, maybe. Took a funny hop. Goes into the camera bay, and Bond scores.
2-0 Goldeyes. Here's Tyler Kuhn with the runner at second now, and 1 away. And Kuhn hits one foul. And out of play.
Just to finish the story, the Goldeyes like to have fun leading up to the game, but when first pitch comes, it's all business. And
it really is, and it's interesting how they can make the transition as quickly as they do. It's a long summer.
But they're also loose, you know. They play hard and they're intense, but they're also very loose. They don't get down on themselves. Even if they fall behind, they know they have the ability to fight back and come from behind.
Ellis' pitch outside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Tyler Kuhn.
A lot of these guys have played on championship teams before. They know what it takes, and they believe in one another. And because they have so much depth in their lineup and in their pitching staff, they believe they could do something special here come September.
Pitches on the corner, 2-2. Tyler Kuhn not happy with himself. He liked that pitch. Didn't offer. Felt he should have. Kuhn has an RBI, the only actual RBI in the ball game. He drove in Ryan Pineda back in the 3rd inning. He was 1 for 3 on the evening. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. What a great pitch by Sean Ellis. Kuhn goes down on strikes. And that'll bring up Casey Harther with Blackwood at second. And 2. Hitting is timing. And pitching is interrupting timing. And that's exactly what that pitch was. The off-speed pitch, Kuhn was way out in front. So here's Harther. First pitch, swing and a miss. Again.
Like a slider.
Confused the timing. Good pitch by Sean Ellis.
Arthur looking for the fastball, got a slider out in front.
So Jake Blackwood with a couple of hits tonight has a 15-game hitting streak. One strike to Harther. It's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Quickly, Ellis gets ahead of Harther 0-2.
Seemed like Harther obviously was trying to hold up, but was unable to hold his swing in time.
Pitches outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Harther having just a solid, rock-solid season for the Goldeyes. Dropped some weight in the offseason, really seen great results. One of their best hitters throughout the season.
Pitches way outside, 2-2. Another guy with a great eye. Bond, Pineda, all patient hitters. 2-2 to Casey. Goldeyes would love nothing more than to add to this lead. That's fouled off. Harther stays alive, 2-2. Harther came in hitting .379. He's 1 for 3 tonight. So right now that average has probably gone down a point. Base hit here to go up a point. Yeah, swing and a miss. 88-mile-an-hour fastball, probably out of the strike zone. But Ellis with the high heat gets Harther, and that does it for the Goldeyes. But they get a run in the bottom of the 8th. 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. We have played 8 complete innings here at Shaw Park in downtown Winnipeg. It's the Winnipeg Goldeyes 2, the New Jersey Jackals nothing. This is Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
It's time now for our slide of the game, brought to you by Manitoba Public Insurance, as selected by Ken Weed. What's our slide of the game?
A couple good options again this evening. Let's go back to the... Got Ryan Pineda.
Back in the 5th.
Yeah. Good slide into 2nd.
That's our Goldeyes slide of the game, brought to you by Manitoba Public Insurance. Thanks, Kenny Weed.
We do our best here.
We do.
Brock Bond also had a nice one earlier in the contest for stolen base, his 5th of the year.
Fans got their flags out tonight. So Brendan Lafferty will come out and work the 9th inning for the Goldeyes. The Canucks and the Red Wings are still dancing away. Dancing Greg, getting at it.
Everybody's having fun at the ballpark on hockey night.
So Lafferty will face the bottom of the order. The number 7 hitter, Steve Nicorak, who is 0 for 3. The number 8 hitter, Richard Arias, who is 1 for 3. And the number 9 hitter, Dwight Childs, who is 2 for 3 tonight. So this will not be an easy assignment for Brendan Lafferty here in the 9th inning. Nobody up in the Goldeyes bullpen. This is Lafferty's save. And save it for Chris Salamita, who was brilliant through 7 2/3. Here's the first pitch of the 9th inning. It's in there for strike 1. Nicorak takes high strike. Lafferty against Nicorak. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Lafferty gets ahead on Steve Nicorak. Lafferty and Chris Kissick have been outstanding as the 8th and 9th inning guys, but it's almost a closer by committee now. Occasionally it'll be Lafferty and occasionally it'll be Kissick, and tonight it looks like it's Lafferty. Off-speed pitch, grounded to short. Tyler Kuhn picks it up, fires across the diamond. Great play by Tyler Kuhn, and there's one away.
That's the thing with having 2 great options out of the bullpen. Both guys comfortable in the role. Chris Kissick on Monday, that's the sharpest we've seen him look at home in a long time. His home and away splits have been a little bit favoring the away of late, but Kissick looked very sharp on Monday. Goldeyes bullpen able to take a rest yesterday with the Ethan Hollingsworth complete game shutout. Today Lafferty looking very strong in relief as well.
So here's Arias, who singled back in the 4th inning. Flied out to center field twice. One away on a great play by Tyler Kuhn at short. Pitch by Lafferty is high and inside, ball 1.
A little chin music.
89-mile-an-hour fastball to back Arias off the plate. Brendan may be one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, but he is still not afraid to pitch inside.
You can't be afraid.
Lafferty gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That's inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Arias.
And Arias having a good chuckle about it. He knows it wasn't intentional.
Oh, it might have been. Probably not that close to the whiskers, but pitches in there for a strike. Fastball at 92 miles an hour from Brendan Lafferty.
Good velocity here.
Richard Arias, the Cougar from Mid-Continent University. He also played at Rend Lake Community College. Lafferty's pitch is on the corner for a strike. There's your old Hall of Fame spot. You can throw it there with an umpire who likes that pitch. You'll go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're not going to do much with that one. Even if you try to offer at it, you may get a weak grounder to first or second, or maybe back to the pitcher, but you're not going to get much more from that.
2-2 the count to Arias. Lafferty kicks off. Speed pitch is a ground ball to Tyler Kuhn. He backhands it, fires across. Tough play for Harther, but he makes it. Good dig by Casey Harther to pull it out of the dirt. And there are 2 away with the number 9 hitter Dwight Childs coming to the plate.
Great scoop. Couple hopper, backhanded by Kuhn. Across the diamond, it's in the dirt, but Harther showing a good mitt over at first base to record the second out here in the 9th.
So 2 away, and the number 9 hitter Dwight Childs. You don't want to have to flip the line. You just don't need the aggravation of Felix Sanchez. Here's the first pitch. It's inside for ball 1. Goldeyes lead at 2-0. We have 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Goldeyes 1 out away from a sweep. It would be their 8th sweep of the year. If Lafferty can finish it, swing and a miss. 90 miles an hour, strike 1, 1-1. Brendan Lafferty, both his parents are educators. One ball and 1 strike to Dwight Childs. Pitch by Lafferty is low, 2-1. Childs has a couple of hits tonight. He got a single in the second. Then he popped out to Luis Allen in the fourth and then singled again in the seventh. And was picked off trying to steal by Chris Salamita. Lafferty delivers. It's chop foul.
In a one-run game, when the clutch hits have been hard to come by, that was a awful base running mistake by Childs.
But he does have 2 hits on the evening, so he is a threat. And Sanchez is in the on-deck circle. Sanchez a switch hitter. And then Harris and Barnes, both right-handed hitters. Crowd getting into it. 2-2 the count. Lafferty gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The changeup gets Dwight Childs on strikes. And that does it. The Goldeyes sweep the New Jersey Jackals right out of Shaw Park. The winning pitcher, Chris Salamita, a brilliant effort for Salamita tonight. That improves his record on the season to 7-4. Brendan Lafferty gets his 5th save of the year. The losing pitcher, and a tough loss for Keith Bilodeau, who also pitched brilliantly. For the Goldeyes, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For the Jackals, no runs on 7 hits, 1 error. The Goldeyes win it 2-0. They sweep the 3-game series, and we'll be back right after this with the Safeway post-game show. You're watching Safeway Goldeyes Baseball live on Shaw TV.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Safeway.
Ready for summer? If you have a cottage or cabin, Shaw Direct has your family's entertainment covered. Get Shaw Direct satellite TV for your home away from home and receive your first month free. 2 free movies plus a free HD PVR rental for 2 years. Got a cottage or cabin? Get Shaw Direct satellite TV today.
Safeway Goldeyes Baseball is back for another exciting season live on Shaw TV. On Wednesday, August 20th at 7 p.m., the Fish will battle the New Jersey Jackals at Shaw Park.
Welcome back to Shaw Park. It's time now for the Safeway post-game show, brought to you, of course, by Safeway. And another tremendous effort and another tremendous victory for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. They win their 56th game of the year, 56-33. Last year they won 55 and didn't make the playoffs. The year before they won 54, were the wildcard team and won the championship. Now with 56 wins, they have a chance to go 10 games ahead of the St. Paul Saints in the race for first here in the American Association's North Division. Let's go right down the field level with the Goldeyes Player of the Game. Tonight's Player of the Game is brought to you by Shaw On Demand. With over 10,000 on-demand titles, you won't miss a thing. Let's go down to Al Foster with our Player of the Game. Al?
Yeah, down here with our Shaw Direct Player of the Game, Chris Salamita. You know what? I'm getting pretty used to having you here. And just first of all, before we get into your whole team performance, just talk about again, you seem to be getting stronger as the year goes on.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I didn't have my best stuff today. I was kind of battling. The curveball wasn't there, the slider. Yeah, there were some zeros up on the board, but, I mean, luckily they hit the ball hard today. Just luckily they were kind of in the defensive stride. Was in the stride of defense, and, yeah. Yeah,
and here comes the sunflower seed crowd again. Oh, yeah, thanks, Reggie. Talk about your defense, though, because a couple of gems behind you there, too.
Yeah, they're always out there playing hard. I mean, that's all you can say is day in and day out.
And just really quick, Chris, your whole starting rotation right now, you guys are really just putting up impressive performances. Really?
Good.
You know, thank goodness we have Reggie Abercrombie here. Eh? No, but talk about your whole starting rotation. You guys really are in a groove right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of peaking at the right time, which is always good. And we just keep playing the way we're playing. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate your time, Chris. Thank you so much. Congrats again.
Appreciate it.
That's your Shaw Direct Player of the Game, Chris Salamita, guys.
Salamita, your Shaw Direct Player of the Game. Tonight's Player of the Game brought to you by Shaw On Demand. With over 10,000 on-demand titles, you won't miss a thing. Ken Weave, an outstanding performance by the Goldeyes all around, especially Salamita. Brendan Lafferty at the save. The Goldeyes get only 7 hits tonight, but they get them when they need them. Jake Blackwood has a couple of big hits. Tyler Kuhn drives in a run. But let's talk about tonight's play of the game. Tonight's play of the game is brought to you by Shaw. Take your favorite shows on the go with Shaw Go apps. Kenny, what's your play of the game?
Pitcher's duel, Scott, back into the third inning. Ryan Pineda finds himself at second base for Tyler Kuhn. 2 out in the inning. Kuhn gets a pitch from Bilodeau that he likes, drills it into right field. Pineda is going to score. Strong throw by Sanchez. Not in time. Gave the Goldeyes the lead. Nice play by Childs. Erased Kuhn at second. But a good jump by Pineda with 2 out, scoring all the way for the first run of the game. The Goldeyes would add an insurance run on a throwing error by Sanchez to make it 2-0. But getting that first run, that's our play of the game.
And that's the winning run of the ball game. Tonight's play of the game brought to you by Shaw. Take your favorite shows on the go with the Shaw Go app. Well, Ken Wiebe, a tremendous week for the Goldeyes so far. They win 2 games to finish the series in Sioux Falls. They come home, win 3 straight from a good New Jersey Jackals team and put New Jersey into a bit of trouble over in the Can-Am League. But for themselves, this is a team now that is 56-33, first place. The magic number will at least be 4. It might be 3. We're getting closer to a playoff berth for this club. And it's been pretty impressive this last couple of weeks.
Yeah, no question. That's their 9th win in 10 games. Goldeyes doing a really nice job against some good competition. I think the thing that really sparked them was that sweep over the St. Paul Saints. Had a quick fallback against Sioux Falls, but have really picked things right back up since then. Played a very good New Jersey team that gave them all they could handle, yet came away with 3 consecutive victories. They got Sioux Falls coming back here after some long travel. Let's see if they can keep it up. I think they would love to be home and cooled by the weekend. We'll see how they can do. But we know they don't want to take their foot off the gas. They need to be peaking at the right time. They know full well that in 2012, they kind of got hot at the right time, and anyone can win in this league, and there's a lot of good teams that are going to be in that playoff race. But the Goldeyes seem to be playing some of their best baseball in August, and that's going to make Rick Corney and company very happy.
The fireworks show is underway, and for good reason. The Goldeyes are 56-33. They've won 5 straight games. They get their 8th sweep of the season. They win it tonight, 2-0. On behalf of Ken Wiebe, I'm Scott Taylor. Let's go down to field level, and Al Foster. Al, take us home.
Yeah, thanks very much, Scotty. Before I get to turn around and enjoy the fireworks, just want to remind everyone at home, we will be back here on Friday, August 22nd, as the Sioux Falls Canaries make their way to Winnipeg. On behalf of our entire Shaw broadcast team, I'm Al Foster saying thank you so much for watching. So long from Shaw Park.
The following is an independently produced community access program. The viewpoints expressed are those of the community access producer and do not reflect those of Shaw Cable Systems. The program is presented in response to CRTC policy guidelines regulating community programming.
Hello, in today's show we are going to be soldering together a small stained glass panel. In a previous episode we learned how to cut, grind, and foil our pieces of glass so that we are ready to go on to this next step, which is the